No audio, so they don't hear us complaining.
Oh, no, none of the heroes. I was looking at the wrong spot.
Okay, so we have audio?
We have audio now, so now we can say all sorts of nasty things we want to.
Right?
Right. Yeah, we probably shouldn't, though.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, the camera's on. Hello, good afternoon. I'm Felicia, and this is...
Hi, I'm Odin.
And today we're going to be talking about making Aquaman stuff. We're going to work on Aquaman's fins, and we're going to work on Aquaman's jockstrap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard you have one of his old magazines.
I do have one of his old magazines, yes. Talk about that often on some of the live streams. They seem to really enjoy that.
Oh, geez.
Hi, I'm asleep.
We're live.
But we're live. How's it going? So it's really, really pretty exciting because thank all of you. This is a very active chat for being a Patreon-only live portion of the live stream. There's a bunch of you in here right now. And looking, we should have audio going out, right? My stuff says audio's going out.
Yes. So
audio is good. Just remember, Felicia, that's a cup of coffee and not a glue pot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, cheers. Hope you guys got
Cheers.
your duct tape coffee and your crafts ready to go because
We're not.
we're getting our stuff together.
Jerry Props loves the fact that we're talking about Aquaman's jockstrap.
Conversations we've had multiple times.
Conversations we've had multiple times, yeah.
Professionally.
Professionally have done drop tests and wardrobe tests directly concerning Aquaman's iron jockstrap on.
We do weird shit. What can I say?
Yes, Marshall's a lot of fun. They are mostly aware, hopefully, whatever, it's all good. Trash Panda was here first. The 4 a.m. Australian raccoon was the first one here. Good morning to you, Sir Trash Panda, and good morning to your son Dorian whenever he finally wakes up and brightens your day. Jack of all trades is letting us know that Felicia likes glue.
Why are we starting rumors like this?
I don't know. I don't know.
We're not even to that part yet.
No, we're not. And Michael James. Happy Sunday, everybody. This is a brand new patron. Hello, Michael. So happy to see somebody new.
Yay, new Patreon.
New Patreons, thank you. We're at
New
99
friends.
still, right? We got 99 people who have joined Discord. We're this close to 100 people in the Discord.
I feel like that should be a 100 party.
I think there's a plan for that. We talked about maybe doing a quick live stream or I don't know, something like that. Maybe we should just do a quick game of checkers with everyone on Discord.
I don't know. I'll check.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah, no, it's a fun little community and it's growing, and I didn't think that would become what it's become.
Right.
When I was like, hey, Odin, you should have a Discord for your Patreons.
Right.
It's turned out to be a pretty cool place.
Turned out to be a pretty cool place. Yes. And there's been a lot of people that helped us along the way. So thank you, Nora. Thank you, Kara. All of your input and help with forming and creating and working on with the Discord. It's greatly appreciated.
And I definitely appreciate your moderating skills.
Yes. 99 patrons on Discord. Kara is here. Hello, everyone. Trash Panda remembers about the iron jockstrap. So, we're going to continue on working with Wonder Woman today.
Yes.
Okay.
You said you had a scrap of...
I have a scrap of 4mm What the Foam. It's one of the last of the large pieces I've got because I haven't bothered to get a hold of Cosplay Apprentice. Hey, I want some more stuff. Yeah, I got a sweet discount.
You get
Cosplay.
a hookup.
Oh yeah, they're great.
Yay!
What the Foam is super cool.
It is a great foam, and I definitely appreciate it. And I love that he has the hookup.
And I appreciate actually. I think it went live. They were going to be doing Cosplay Apprentice was going to be doing a campaign promoting their foam, and they've got one of my comments, one of my what do you call that? The thing where you say something and it's real. They're quoting me with a picture, so. Yeah.
I know. It's like they noticed. Anyways.
Grilled cheese for lunch. Nice. Grilled cheese and tomato soup. Excellent. Sharing what we're doing for food. I've got duct tape coffee and I just choked down a power bar.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Eat healthy, people.
Mm-hmm.
For some people, it's healthier to eat a bowl of ice cream for breakfast, and other people, it's healthier to eat a bowl of rice.
Okay. I actually had a really nice Sunday breakfast. We call it an asparagus bake. Basically, you've got a small baking pan and you lay out asparagus across the bottom, and you crack a few eggs on top of it, and you bake that in the oven a little bit, and then you take it back out. And there's olive oil and pepper and stuff that goes on it too. But then you lay bacon across it. It's been slightly pre-cooked, but you finish the cooking by laying it on top of all that, and then put it back in and cook it again. And then you get a length of asparagus spears with fried eggs and bacon, and usually berries on the side. And
that's how Odin bakes.
Yeah, that's how Odin bakes, and that's a pretty consistent breakfast that we do. And I actually really like the asparagus bake, because I like vegetables for breakfast.
No, vegetables are great.
Yeah.
I feel spoiled that we have so many varieties so easily accessible, so nearby, being in the Central Valley.
Right. At least for now. Next year, maybe not, because looks like we're not going to have water anymore.
Well, we are on fire.
We're on
This is
fire.
the 4th year in a row that my birthday, the surrounding
That's a song,
area
The World
has
is on
been
Fire.
Well, I keep thinking of Johnny Cash, the Burning Ring of Fire.
Oh, right.
Because it's been on fire all the...
Yeah. 500,000 acres at this point.
Right?
Yeah.
3rd largest fire in history.
In history, yeah, for us anyway.
Yes, so, yeah.
You know, I don't want to compete with Australia. You guys are doing your own thing.
and there's some other fires going on globally, so...
Right.
It's getting hot.
Yeah, it's hot.
Okay.
Let's see.
Man
of the Plan is in here too. Yet another new person.
Yay, new people!
New people!
Starting to recognize names and faces, and I appreciate when people post faces.
Cool. Strict Aphid is saying that they're going to bring tacos when we all hit at 100.
Ooh, I had tacos yesterday.
Ben and Lynch is here, and Trash Panda is super excited about Brekkie ice cream. It's brilliant.
Do you have the paper we could do the pattern on?
That's that.
It's this? Okay.
She's looking for paper to do a pattern on, and that's the heavy grade paper.
You guys can see.
Yeah. It being the brown paper instead of the white paper doesn't blow out the cameras. It's much easier to see. So Felicia's here alone today, as in the dogs aren't here. So we've got more cameras for the table, and the dogs just needed a day off. They weren't excited to be out of the house when everything's on fire. Go figure. I guess dogs have got a brain.
No, they wanted to come. I just...
Jerry Rig Prop says black pudding is the best thing for breakfast. All right.
Why is it black?
Black pudding's blood pudding, typically, isn't it? Or is it different there, Jerry? I'm not sure. My first thought was blood pudding. Am I wrong? Cara says, asparagus bake sounds really yummy. It is. You should text Joe if you really want to know exactly how to do it, because he makes it really good. Jack of all trades says, happy birthday, Felicia.
Thank you.
Michael James had the Marriott Continental breakfast. Stuck in a hotel in Vacaville, so yesterday was really smoky. Oh, wow. Michael, you're not too far if you're in Vacaville.
Yeah.
We're just in Sacramento. Jack of all trades says that the Odin Makes Jeopardy was awesome yesterday.
Really?
So I think we talked about it. Go and grab yourself. I think we talked about it last week. Nora has been hosting a Odin Makes Jeopardy at 6 p.m. on the Discord. And I was there 2 weeks ago, but I had family stuff yesterday, so I wasn't able to get on. But apparently, yesterday was awesome. So it's good to hear. And I think that's going to be a weekly thing for the time being, at least. So
nice.
let me just go ahead and force that on Jack. Yeah, you're going to do it again! No, if you're not, that's fine. Just let us know what the schedule is. But I think it's going to be a reoccurring thing.
No, I think it's the game and the camaraderie that is like happening on that Discord group is a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun.
Yes.
And I know there's a lot of work being put on in the background with the upcoming Minecraft server.
Right?
Yeah.
I know a lot of people who are getting excited about that.
Joe and I are going to be working on a Minecraft build tomorrow. So we're actually going to put out a little Minecraft build video to go along with the server going live. So we're probably about 2 weeks out. Or
Yay
a week
for
and a half.
mining and crafting.
Yes. Yay for mining and crafting.
Okay.
Trash Panda, yeah, no doggos. People are cluing in that doggos are not here today. Man of the Plan has only been up for half an hour, but their breakfast will be coffee. Yep, Nora says Jeopardy's going to be reoccurring. And Man of the Plan won. That's awesome. Michael James asks, any plans for a Bloodsport helmet build? You know, if I could, with the facilities that I've got and the schedule that I give myself, if I was able to make the upper part of the helmet be translucent enough you could actually see and didn't require post-CGI work to hide the holes or whatever it is they did in the movie. Yeah, the fact that he kind of looks very xenomorph but humanoid, that Bloodsport's got a great helmet. No, there's no plan right now. Wednesday is a suicide build video, though. I will tell you that much. I know some of you have probably seen it in the Discord, so you can probably guess what it is. But I don't have anything here because I wasn't going to give it away to those who aren't on the Discord. So there is a Suicide Squad build coming up.
Odin?
Yeah.
What thickness of foam are we using?
It is 4mm.
4mm?
Mm-hmm. That's how thick that foam is. Should I shut up and go get the material?
No, we don't need that till we have the pattern.
Okay.
I was just trying to figure out math. Exciting, right?
Oh, God.
Well, because, you have the inner circumference and the outer circumference, and how big of a difference does it make? And it makes a huge difference.
So
but not that big of a difference.
Yeah, not that big of a difference. Slight visual sidetrack, Cara, because this is the type of thing I do, of course. She just says, math! And all I can think of is like the swamp from MASH. And you know how the TV show it MASH with the letters and the asterisks and the stencil, but just swap out the S for a T. It's math!
Math.
Yeah, and the song for that's a suicide solution, right? Math! Anyway. Sorry.
Yeah, no, but basically, that's what I was trying to think. What is the thickness of the foam?
It's 4mm.
4mm.
Yeah.
So this technically isn't long enough to get the thing and then the thing, but so I figured out how.
Yeah.
What?
I can go halfway, but I need to order some 4mm foam, so maybe I should just on the live stream hop on Blick and go order some foam.
No, don't worry about it. I was just trying to think as if I could use the bigger one or the smaller one, or if I could just use the measurements that I was doing and then add in the thickness of the foam into the.
Yeah, you can probably just do that. It being a belt and it's not as
it's not
difficult as some of the other parts.
Yes, but I also do know from very recent experience
what?
that it does make a big difference when you're trying to be precise on actual measurements. Don't try to be precise on actual
measurements. No.
Oh, it does make a difference. So, okay.
You could always consider that whatever measurement you do is going to be the inside circumference of the belt that you're working on. And oh wait, she's gone.
Sorry.
And then you just, add a little bit because it does seem like overall, if you were to measure yourself with a tape measure and then add the thickness or even twice the thickness of the foam, that it'll probably work out. That's what it seems like. But I've never put that to an accurate test beyond that should work. So I hate to say, hi, I'm Odin. And to let you know how to measure stuff, do it right. Don't ask me.
Okay, so I recently did it because I was trying to get the measurements precise for the dress form I was building because the measurements do matter.
Yes.
They matter very much.
Very much.
And floor mat foam varies in thickness, but it averages out. So, but I found that the inner circumference and the outer circumference, it was about a 2.5 inch difference, and then divided that up into the 8 different quadrants. I could take off anyways, lots of math. But I figured out if I shaved off 1/8 of an inch from either side of each seam.
Right.
It added up to the total 2.5 inches once you went 1/8, 1/8, 1/8, 1/8.
Right.
So.
Because you had 8 pieces. You did it in cardinal cuts, basically. You had this and that, and then the diagonals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So center front, side seams, princess seams.
Yeah.
Divided up into quadrants. So, and that made the measurements correct and true, and I took it off of all of the seams. So when I cut it off, I Sharpied on the inside of my line and then cut off my Sharpie line inside of it. It's like super precise, but the math worked out.
The math worked out, yeah.
And so it does make a difference, and that's why I'm like, okay, what? The thickness matters. It really does. You try.
You
your
try.
best. And yeah, so measuring tape measurement is not exactly the same as foam measurements.
No. No. Looks like Nora's on their meme streak.
Oh,
Nora's got a meme streak going again.
She does. So here. Anyways. So put the waistband here.
Oh, hey. Ben and Lynch, Gary, new or used, what is this? You can get Cara says you can get 100 tacos for $50 at from Jack in the Box. And apparently we just hit 100 because Rick Skinner is here.
Well, Rick Skinner, you are the 100th Patreon member, and shout out to you.
Shout out to Rick Skinner, 100th Discord member.
Not everybody gets to say that.
No, not everybody. You 100th.
You made it so we all get a party.
Yes, sweet.
So.
That's really, really freaking cool, guys. Thank you.
It's exciting.
It is very exciting.
Okay.
Rick has been here, laugh out loud. Wow! I thought so, but you're talking about 100 people, and so math. William Connors, great. I thought Rick was here. Well, anyway, Rick, you're here. That's great. I'm hopped up on caffeine and sugar, and I'm feeling better, but I'm still mentally asleep.
We're live.
But we're live.
We're here with you. I hope you guys are crafting along.
Yes. Oh, I bet Jay and Cara are. We're doing pretty good. We've got, how many people are here? Whoops. That's not the one I wanted.
I
Did
have
I
my
kill
phone,
my
so I have my
windows?
calculator. Do you have a calculator?
No, because I just use my phone or the computer.
Yeah,
I don't actually have a...
Sorry.
I don't have a dedicated piece of hardware.
Because, math.
Because we would never carry calculators in our pockets in the future, ever. We just need to know how to do math.
Yeah, Mr. 8th grade math teacher. Who
Yeah.
would ever have a calculator just so easily available?
Right.
Okay. Calculator. Alright.
Oh, Cara has to fold laundry before they can craft. Well, don't fold like I do. That pile's clean. That pile is dirty. I'm done! They're not going to admit anything. That's kind of cool. Mm-hmm. This calls for trade! So, because California's on fire, because apparently that's the whole fashionable, exciting thing to do right now. Of course, making a joke of the fact that the fire right now is no joke.
No, it's crazy
no, it's really
out
not.
there. It was like a red day yesterday.
Yeah, it was a red day yesterday. It's a yellow day today, and that's not the air quality. That's the light quality as it shines through the smoke.
Yes.
So, as much as I've had the excuse of not opening up the room to put the camera out because of the heat, today I'm not doing it because of the smoke.
So, stay safe out there, people.
Yeah, stay safe out there. And it's not cool. There was it Greenhaven? No, now I'm alive and I'm saying the name wrong. But there was a community up in the hills that is like Paradise. It's completely gone now.
Yeah, it's
like
insane.
Gone. Yeah, it's not.
So.
No.
World's on fire. How about yours?
Right. Personally, I don't feel like my world's on fire. I sat down with the crew yesterday and or Friday. Wow, yeah, that was Friday. Seems like yesterday. And really talked about what all it is I have to build and have to get done. Because cons are coming up, because Mechagodzilla needs to get finished, because we've got a couple of sponsored videos coming up, and all those things need to happen. And
got things to do, people to...
Yeah, I don't have time for anything.
Right?
Right. And it's not a...
This is just me eyeballing it so we could get something started.
You gotta... That's the best picture right there with her thigh up. You can see the belt really well.
I know, great. And then this one's just of the breastplate.
Right, same thing.
The center one's
Where's
the belt.
the disc?
Oh, I was watching it.
Oh, good,
It's
okay.
still in the DVD player.
Oh, good,
or
okay.
The Xbox. But that's...
Oh, you're looking good compared to that one.
So, which camera? Camera 4?
Yes, I'm happy to put it over to 4.
So
Camera 4. Boop.
Camera 4. So that comes just right underneath the W. It's the top of at our natural waistline.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, that seems about 2 inches, 2.5 inches to me.
Yeah. Well, it's we got this thickness here, and it doesn't appear to rise as much as... I think you're good.
This kind of a shape?
Yeah, and I think I've got enough material. If that's what you're cutting out, I think we get 2 shots.
Okay, that's good to know. Just in case we mess up.
Because this is what I got left over for Mechagodzilla. This is the last of the big piece of the 4mm What the foam that I've got.
Oh yeah.
Which buries everything.
Well, this is on a fold, so it is good.
Yeah, that's on a fold, but still it
yeah.
looks like there's enough that even if you offset them, you can get 2 tries out of this.
Takes off the pressure there. So, this is what we're going to try for today. It's this belt.
Man of the Planet is indeed crafting along, making a lower profile web shooter with a leather cuff as the strap because it's so much sturdier.
Oh,
Good
nice.
plan. It is. I just was trying to make something easy that anyone could quickly do. So, let me defend my show because I use foam. It's all good. Do that. That sounds great.
Yeah, no.
Jerry Props asks, are we away from danger? At the moment, yes. The fire is a considerable distance from Sacramento. But we could get there in like an hour to an hour and a half driving at the most. Because it's only up near Colfax, which isn't far from us. But the winds have changed to where the smoke is now coming down because it's just about 500,000 acres. It's a huge. What size is that? I can't comprehend what size that is either. It's a number. It's
How many cat toys?
how many cat? Oh, all of them. All of them.
It's all the cat toys.
And Jerry Rig's the one guy I can certainly talk cat toys to.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Train.
that sucks. It's right there. It's right there. They've parked behind us.
Train's just sitting out there.
Train's just sitting out there.
It misses.
It misses us, and it's being, yeah. Yep, Michael's tuning in saying the fires are fairly good distance from all of us, but it's the smoke that's really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the winds have changed and the smoke's just coming down. We were super lucky earlier in the week. I saw some satellite footage of the weather around here, and we had the Delta breeze going. So with the way the valley is situated, the breeze from the ocean can come up the river, come up the Delta, and it travels up and blows into Sacramento. Well, doing that, when you look at the smoke, that was a big clear path going all the way up to Sacramento and Marysville. And then the smoke was blowing off into Nevada and Utah and Colorado, states away. But the winds have changed, and now it's blowing all south and directly towards us again. So that's what we're doing.
How many millimeters is the foam? 4 mil?
4.
4, okay.
Someone's asking about how do all these wildfires start? There's been so many so far this year, I'm not sure, because a lot of them are careless campfires. We're in a drought. We have 100 plus years of undergrowth and underbrush being built up because prior to the United States being a nation, wildfires were a very common thing. And we know this because the trees require small wildfires in order for the pine cones to open up or to keep...
Part of the reproductive process.
Yeah, it's part of the reproductive process, or in order to keep some of the other trees healthy. They actually like having little grass fires come through, and that would just clear out all the dead stuff from the floor. It was a way of the forest cleaning its floor. Well, once all of us came in here, it's like, no, there's going to be a park and perfect, and stop that from happening, and it's so overgrown now that the smallest little fire becomes a conflagration, and it's a big problem.
And it doesn't help that we're going through a climate crisis.
And it doesn't help that we're going through a climate crisis. It doesn't help that the state's in a historic drought. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't help that the state's got a historic homeless problem. And, so all these things are coming together.
Things are compounding.
Yeah. I think I talked about it before, but officially 2 days ago, Lake Orville stopped producing hydroelectric power. They no longer have the water pressure to make the turbine spin because the dam is so low, the reservoir is so low.
Didn't we just have a problem with the dam, overflowing and almost flooding everything? So
yes,
one extreme or the other?
Exactly. In just 5 years, we went from it was overflowing and threatened to the fact that the town of Orangevale, right, was being evacuated because
I was filming when that happened, and we were in a weird hotel outside of the city, like this really funky, crazy old Victorian,
right. I
with
remember.
like the peeling. Anyways.
Yeah, the I can't remember the name. Yes.
Yes, but it was a crazy music video we were working on, and as we were leaving the hotel, people were just coming in, we need a place to stay because everybody was being evacuated.
Right.
It was crazy, but I remember being very grateful that I had somewhere dry to drive home to.
Yes. Driving away from the dam.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah.
And there were some people on the crew that their family was back there.
Was in Orangevale, yeah.
Yeah, and they...
Preston Castle, that's where she was filming. That came to mind.
That
No?
wasn't Preston
That
Castle.
one wasn't Preston?
That one
Okay.
wasn't Preston Castle.
Oh,
that
shit.
No, yes.
We'll look up Preston Castle anyway, it's cool.
Yeah, no, there's different music. There's been several there, but not that one. This one was some weird kooky hotel right outside of, like, Yuba City area. It was
okay.
a weird old... Anyways, great place, but... But yeah.
Yeah, so yeah.
In a natural disaster zone?
Yeah, pretty much.
It's been a crazy year since,
It's been
like,
a crazy... Yeah, it's been a
2
crazy
years,
few years.
A couple years now.
That was 5 years ago when when it overflowed, when it nearly overflowed. It wasn't the only one. Like
No,
all the dams, all the reservoirs were
We
topping
were still
off.
in a drought when all of those were overflowing, too.
Right, which... Yeah. And then there was 1 year where they declared, hey, we're not in a drought anymore. And now we're in an even worse drought than we were before.
Right? Hey, where did you put the... There it is, sorry. We are ready for this already.
I'm helping. Rick Skinner's laughing, thinking maybe it was another Rick Skinner. Dude, I'm so sorry. It's like, I recognize the Scooby-Doo villain. I should know, but all right, I guess this is new.
So close to being a straight line.
Just force it.
Yeah. I will let you trace and cut out the foam, though, because...
Carl Skywalker asks, how would you go about making the Javelin from Suicide Squad? I'm thinking about making one. Okay, yeah, the Javelin was pretty cool from Suicide Squad. And just as the constant Hollywood thing they're doing in every freaking movie, and they still did it for other things in Suicide Squad, I am so grateful that the Javelin from that movie doesn't click, shrink, and now it's a Pringles can. It's a Javelin the whole time.
Oh,
it's
good.
solid, it's ornate, and it doesn't frickin' telescope.
It doesn't do anything
It
like
doesn't do the
that
Predator
has to
spirit.
be CG.
Yeah, no.
You
It's
could-
like, thank you. I mean, Bloodsport does that, but that's literally a superpower. So it's like, oh, whatever.
Okay. Forgivable.
Yeah, forgivable. You know, they actually changed the character slightly for the movie. In the comics, just like, I don't remember her name from My Hero Academia, where she can just pull weapons out of her skin, Bloodsport is able to manifest weapons just out of thin air. But in order to make it work better in the movie, because if you can manifest it out of thin air, then how can they possibly incarcerate him? So they made it instead that he was able to do it using the stuff on his suit. And so we'd add stuff that was part of his suit to weapons in order to make them bigger and whiz-bang and cool.
Yay, solving problems with
Yeah.
writing.
Right. And it's like, all right, you know, they don't go out of their way to say that this is a superpower. You know, it's one of those things you just kind of have to...
No, it makes sense.
It looks like it's that same crazy, you know, Batman armor, Batmobile from nothing thing, but whatever. It's so common now.
We're in a superhero suspended reality.
What? Suicide Squad is totally believable.
Okay. Should we trace it first?
Yeah, we should
or-
trace it. We should go ahead and grab... Oh, hey, we're still on camera 4 because I'm
Yeah, we
totally
are.
paying attention. Yeah, we should trace it. Is the bottoms straight?
Nope. It's close, but no.
Oh, it's close, but no, huh?
Yeah. It looks like it ought to be, but as soon as you put these here to here and flatten it out, you can
Yeah.
see that it's not.
It's got an arc. Okay.
Very close. Like,
And you want it straight for yours. You don't want an arc. Yeah, because it's around your waist. You're pretty much...
I was thinking about the arc, and if we did like the math and used the cone pattern, because there's a different, you know, because bodies are shaped like weird cones.
Generally.
But it's not going to be necessary.
My body's shaped more like a sphere, but yeah.
Okay, people are shaped all sorts of shapes and sizes. There's no normal. But
No.
anyways, right at that bendy spot, joint, you could
Bendy
say.
spot, right.
Because, you know, each joint has different issues.
Still on.
I really don't think that that one really needs to have that curve really forced or manufactured. So I think
Okay.
it's not gonna make a difference, is what I think.
Gotcha.
What are you looking for?
I forgot how much this hangs off.
Okay. I love that you have just the tool to make the job super freaking easy. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Cause
Thank you,
Tools.
Cause Tools.
Yes, thank you, Cause Tools, for having just the thing to make the job super easy. Because having the right tools makes a huge freaking difference.
Makes a huge freaking difference, yeah. It's nice.
It's hard to get them when you're first starting because, you know, like...
Yeah, money. Don't know
Money.
which ones to get. Don't know which ones to trust.
Right.
And overall, and I try to say this a lot, the power tools and specialty tools just makes things easier. Just makes things faster. You don't have to have these, but they're nice and they're fun.
Right. But also knowing how to use the tools make a difference too,
This is
because
true.
you can have the new cool fancy rotary tools and then just mess your whole project up, you know, like.
Been there.
So, yeah, I feel like once you have that experience, you know what you're looking for. I need a tool that can do this.
Can do the thing.
There we go.
So I'm going to walk around in front of the cameras a little bit and see if I can't get a little more.
Do you have a silver Sharpie currently that's working?
Maybe.
Or do you care what you trace this in?
Well, we definitely want to trace that with something that's going to be visible. There is a white pen that was working, but I think the silver and the white pens that I got at this point are oil-based, which is a little interesting. But that shouldn't cause a permanent problem for...
Any of those work?
I don't want to smash your finger. Yeah, where did my other pen go? Joe just helped pick up today really quick, so it becomes
that
the
it?
game of that's one of them. Yep,
Is that it?
that's it.
Okay, because those ones were shoved in the back like they fell out of the box.
Oh, okay. That's what I'm looking for.
Yay for tools.
It's my little Cos Tools bin of stuff. It's really cool. They recently changed to having all red tools.
So,
Yeah, that way you knew these were the Cos tools as opposed to the blue Foamworks tools.
oh, branding. I can
Branding,
appreciate it.
yes.
I was like, does this mean it's like a limited edition set?
Click. Yeah.
Hope your cat likes that.
No, just Kara's partner's going to yell at her about having to take her shaky thing outside.
Oh, this is a super...
Kara, that's a brilliant idea. I think I'll just buy an Olympic-grade javelin and fail every weapons check. That is a brilliant idea.
Javelin of foam.
Okay, so I suppose I really want a real answer, and I got distracted. Which, yeah, go figure. I got
Happens
distracted.
all the time.
Oh, all the time. Look, I'm being distracted. PVC pipe as a base, that's a really good plan.
It will go woom, woom.
Oh, yeah, totally.
PVC pipe.
So if you do the PVC pipe or even a wooden dowel as the base, right, in order to help cut down on the wobble, and then wrap it with 4mm foam, but don't go. You know, you have to be able to do the tip. How to do the very tip, as a spiky spike that will look good. Do the one of the issues.
thingy.
Do the thingy. One of the issues of doing anything pointy as foam on the end is it's going to bend when you set it down on the ground. So you're either taking like 2 of the 20mm half rounds, or you can buy a 30mm solid dowel from craft stores. You know, a number of them, Joann's, all of them have them at this point. You have to cut it in half, and you can put something in the center of it so when you set it down on the point, the foam doesn't smoosh. Anyway, so pretend we do that. Now we got a 30mm piece. That's your tip. This you can glue to the end of a piece of a PVC pipe. In order to cover up that seam, take some 4mm foam and wrap it around it the whole way down, or not. But you know, because then like a foot later, so the whole thing's 6 feet, right? So you got your tip, which is maybe 4 inches, maybe 6 inches, somewhere in there, and then you have a foot or so of 4mm foam you can wrap around it, or 6, and then do another layer of 6mm or 8 or 10, and then on top of that do another layer of 6, or maybe just the ornate stuff he has. Now you've got this step down cylinder. You can sit there with a Dremel and shave down to be the Javelin shape, and it'll all be foam.
So you build up the layers of your cake, like on Cake Boss.
Exactly.
And then you cut down the crispy treats.
You cut down the crispy treats to get it to be the smooth baby butt.
And
that
then
you
you
want
do
for
the
your cake.
modeling chocolate.
The modeling chocolate, because the modeling chocolate's very important, just like knocking stuff out of your co-host hands.
Yeah, but build up the layers and then you kind of have to shape it down. But it
Right.
makes complete sense, and you
That's
have
good.
to support the core.
You have to support the core. If you want to see more video evidence of the same idea, I highly recommend watching the Odin Makes video on making Ian's staff from Onward, because that was exactly what I did to build up the wooden stick on the Onward staff, was just layers of foam, and then I went back and ground it all down with the Dremel. I know how much Princess Squib loves it when you Dremel in the house, so that's the best idea. Do that one.
Question: when you have all those layers all glued together and you're dremeling into them, do you ever get little pieces that stick up, and what do you do about those?
Yes, especially when you get to the ends, because you're feathering the edge of one into the next one. And if you're, this is going to be a better blade, because it's thinner and should be, I still got a better point.
Yeah, that's okay. You get to cut it.
Oh, okay. That's what it was. He wasn't asking me. It's like, here,
Which one do you want?
Yeah, which one do you want? You're going to do this.
As I'm asking you a million questions.
That's fine.
So.
Because the edges come up. As you've got your foam bits glued together and you're dremeling on it, the Dremel moves in one direction. So does my Ryobi multi-tool, rotary tool. They all kind of run in one direction. Some are reversible. I don't have one that is. The issue with that is, as the tire is spinning, when you get to the feathered edge, it'll catch and kick it up, and it'll peel it off. So what you want to do is rotate your work so as you're doing it, it's climbing up over the glue seam, and that'll keep the glue seam down, right? So if it's spinning like this and it's coming towards the glue seam, it's not going to kick it up, because if you go in the other direction, it'll just... You'll figure it out if you don't know what I'm trying to talk about.
If you're running into that problem, you'll know what he's talking about.
Right. Did I explain that in any kind of like reasonable way that anybody understood?
Yeah, and then you gotta smoosh it, and then you gotta smoosh it.
Yeah, then you gotta smoosh it, and then when you're all done with it, just pound a bottle of whiskey and burn it.
So.
Okay.
I hope that helps.
Hope that helps. The whiskey part may not help.
Yes. I will trade sides.
You probably had this set up exactly right, but I just need to sort of get myself situated to where...
I was going to come over here and see what people are saying.
That's good. You do that, because people like talking to you. And I've been...
Okay.
Did you start at number 3? Did you pay attention? Looks like you started at number 3.
I did not pay attention. I just shoved it into the right curve that felt right. But Artman 2019 wants to know, what's the ruler called that Felicia is using? I want one.
Yes, you do.
Yes, you do.
You should answer this.
So this is a hip curve ruler. They're used in pattern drafting. You can get them as part of a large ruler kit, but they also do sell them individually at Joann's. They also have the ones with the weird armhole.
And they also have them on Amazon.
Yes, on Amazon.
Because I've actually looked it up. This one is, I didn't do the thing. Let's see if I can.
What's the thing?
That's where you make this camera be close, so we can actually shove
Close
stuff
up.
into the camera's
There
face.
you go.
So if you want to cut over to camera number 2.
Number 2. And
This is a
cut.
Fairgate 10-24. And if you just look for the 10-24, I have found this ruler on Amazon.
Yes.
So,
and this ruler is from when my grandma went to college. This is her old ruler set, and it's the same ruler set that we had to order.
right. Yeah, this is a very old ruler, and it is super cool.
So
I love that the numbers are on both sides, and they line up. So
Yeah.
you're able to go, okay, I'm at the number 3, and then you flip it over, and you go to the number 3, and you're at the same spot on the curve.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it fits the same kind of curves that are natural slopes on the human body. So it's like the right size. This curve and then the number 17 French curve are my 2 favorite curves that I couldn't live without. So I got them for Odin.
Appreciate that. Well, this one's still yours. You just left it here. I don't think
Yes.
this is a...
I have 2 of those.
Oh, okay.
But yes,
So appreciated.
they definitely get used.
Yes, they do. And that is the biggest plug I've done for them. but I have talked about them and listed them on videos previously.
Kara Skywalker says, Felicia, put it into terms I understand. So
good.
I did or I did.
Sounds like you did. I heard it as positive.
Okay. Yeah. Because when you were explaining it,
it wasn't working.
No, what I was imagining is watching Cake Boss.
Oh, gotcha.
Explaining how he would, when they like make a cake.
I understand Cake Boss makes cakes.
Yeah, my mom made wedding cakes, and I understand that if you don't support the cake, you get Sleeping Beauty cake.
Right. Leaning tower
the
of
weight
cake.
falls down, and so there's a lot of support and structure that you have to layer inside of those cakes. And so they do the Rice Krispie treat or the sponge cake, and then they layer them up on top of with the center structural support. And the way you're just explaining it, I'm like, yep, you put the cake, and then you layer it, and then you carve it down.
Yep.
And then you cover it, and then you put some stuff over it.
Yep.
So, I think in food, apparently, so there's that.
Oh, well, maybe it's lunchtime already.
Right. Jack of all trades soup is cold, so that sucks. I'm sorry.
Oh, did your tomato soup turn into gazpacho? That sucks.
Yeah.
I mean, both are good as long as you're getting what you're expecting. If you take your heat gun and point it at your soup, you'll heat up the surface of the soup.
Actually, this is an interesting question Jack of all trades has.
Okay.
Odin, I have a question for once.
Huh!
How much more does What the Foam absorb contact cement than regular EVA? I'd say less.
Less. What the Foam is much more dense. It doesn't have nearly as much of the open cell foam that. So yeah, it's definitely less. And What the Foam, I've said this many times in the past. Floor mat foam destroys itself when you're trying to pull it apart from contact cement. Contact cement is stronger than floor mat foam. HD foam does pretty good. There's times when I've had HD foam tear, and there's times that the HD foam is able to separate, especially with a little bit of a heat gun. What the Foam has no problem separating. What the Foam definitely has more tensile strength than the contact cement. I've been able to peel things apart. The 2mm What the Foam still distorts from my forcing it apart, but it doesn't tear.
It's a really solid, material.
Yeah.
I could see Spider-Man using this for the bottom of his boots.
Yeah, totally. This would totally work for the bottom of shoes. It would be a little slippy, but it would work.
Texture could be added to that and walking around after a certain point. We had these old shoes from the 1960s that were had some kind of foam and they just folded up.
Okay.
The kind that you bring when you're wearing heels, but you don't want to slip into them. This reminds me of the sole.
The sole, right.
Yeah.
Spa shoes.
Spa shoes. Yeah.
Not quite, but yeah. I didn't cut the ends. I left it long intentionally.
Okay. I was like, hey, I thought I avoided this part.
How's it going, phone?
Hey, my phone, we're live, and my phone is not on silent.
Well, I tried to set mine up to be shut the F up.
A giant tiara! I love it.
It might fit. If I hold on to both sides. Now, where did you have? Did you line the...
No, I didn't line it up. I was just holding it up, saying it looks like a giant tiara.
Is this actually your waist measurement? If I put the lines together?
Probably. Well, we used to use 80s belts for tiaras all the time at the costume shop. Those really ornate.
Oh, yeah, those really ornate, tiny little fit women on cocaine belts?
Yes, the really detailed, we would make those into flapper headbands, the beaded ones.
Okay, so no joke, I've got the measurement lined up, line to line here.
It makes a perfect tiara for
Hi!
you. Now you're ready for the tea party.
Now I'm ready for the tea party. Tea party! Not that kind of tea party. The tea party like Mad Hatter and making tea party. All right, it is noon. Let's let the wild dogs in.
Awesome.
Yeah. Oops. Well, I didn't quite mean to do that. There we are. Trying to get things set up, and I set it up wrong. Oh look, Nora's even trying to remind us 5 minutes till live. Velcro. There's a box that's almost labeled Velcro.
Does it say webbing, straps, and buckles?
The Velcro box does not say that.
No, that is not the right box.
It's the other one it might say hook and loop, but I believe it says
back high five. There we go. It says high five on it.
It says high five on it? It says high five. All right. Does it say it on the other side?
No.
Oh, wow. I didn't label that one. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's gonna work.
She has a small waist, laugh out loud. Or I have a big head. I got a big head.
Yeah, but...
I think you're actually like, a very good normal human size. I've just got a big head.
It doesn't surprise me because, like I said, we use belts all the time for headpieces, for flapper headbands. Those 80s beaded belts.
Right.
The really ornate ones.
Yeah.
Make amazing flapper headbands.
There's a lot of crazy 80s belts that make really good.
Costume accessories in general.
Yeah.
So, that doesn't surprise me. I'm just laughing.
Hey, we got a couple new people popping in. Jurig Props is totally angry because stupid Wi-Fi gers. Damn Irish Wi-Fi.
Good thing we
Sean Karg is here. Hey, Sean.
Hi, Sean.
Hi, Sean.
How are you?
Hello. And welcome to the Odin Makes live stream where it's Sean Appreciation Hour. For the next 2 hours, we're going to stand here and say, hi, Sean.
Hi, Sean.
Hi, Sean. Hey, Sean, thanks for joining us.
Hi, Sean.
And it's our highest rated live stream ever.
Because of you, Sean.
Because of you, Sean. Thank you. So my friend Sean, actually Sean Cash, not Sean Karg, just got his Shore Trooper 501st approved this last week. So he now has 2 501st approved costumes. He has pre-Beskar Mandalorian, so first episode, first season Mandalorian armor, and he's got Shore Trooper, which is the specific troopers from the Paradise Beach planet that the Empire was using to build the Death Star plants. Ooh, so who's Sean Cash? You're probably not really sure. He's a friend, somebody I've known for many years.
Have I met him?
Maybe. He probably came in the decades when he was still working for the radio station as a morning DJ.
He very easily could have.
Yeah, he very easily could have.
It feels like there's a lot of people that I know that I don't know, but I know.
But he has a YouTube channel called Try to Finish Something, and it's fun.
I did watch his channel once.
Yeah.
I like that.
On today's Try to Finish Something. Yeah.
We're going to try and finish something. We got it started. What
Right,
did we
there you
start
go.
today?
We started
your
about
tiara.
noon. Oh, yeah, we're going to work on my tiara today. This is my, perfect. Hello, we just went public as a public offering of the Odin Makes live stream. Now's your chance to watch us be idiots for 2 hours.
Yeah, grab your duct tape coffee and craft along with us as we make all these mistakes live in front of you guys as we try and get the accessories built for Wonder Woman.
So today we're going to start working on the belt. Currently, she's wearing it as a tiara because I was making jokes about that a moment ago about how well it seems to fit me when this is actually her waist measurement. Granted, whatever, different shapes, right? You're not completely head round. You're kind of flatter
People
and
are
wider.
weird shaped.
Yeah.
It is what
There's
it
consistent sizes. But today we're starting to work on the belt, and we're making very much the kind of the Silver Age 70s comic version of Wonder Woman.
This one right here.
Yep, 80s maybe, somewhere in that era.
The very classic W with the one-pointed belt, the one-pointed tiara, the silver cufflinks. I'm not cufflinks, sorry.
Silver cufflinks.
Just the silver cuffs, no star.
Oh, trust me, if these were cufflinks, guys would be way more interested in wearing tuxedos. Bulletproof cufflinks.
I feel like cufflinks are an underrated accessory, but
Yeah,
it's so
they are.
hard to get shirts that have that French cuff.
Right.
But anyways,
Sidetracked.
Again. We are doing this version of Wonder Woman where it's the classic version of the comic book.
Right.
And we have been trying to get an accessory done every live stream.
Which is actually not as easy as we thought it would be. We thought it was going to be, this will work out. No, we're bleeding into the third episode for doing the breastplate. Yeah, because... there was a little more going on than we were prepared for.
Well, we also got
By the way,
distracted.
Cara,
and
thank you very much for the DVD set.
Yes, we love it.
Sorry, you're saying we got distracted how?
We had guests and entertainment.
We had guests, yes, we did.
This is live and we're figuring it out. But we got the cuffs done in one episode.
We're done in one episode. The headband was done in one episode. I have a whole lot of hope and faith that we'll get the belt done in one episode.
We already got it cut out of foam, so we are ahead.
We are ahead. So for those of you that are just now joining us now that we're actually public and live, to everybody who wants to see, Yes, 42 viewers. Good. We are actually public and live and open to everybody who wants to see. My patrons, those members of patreon.com/Odin Makes, do get an early 45 minutes, maybe a little more, maybe a little less there-ish abouts, exclusive live stream. This is us kind of warming up, but the big thing is it is very easy for those members to be able to talk to us one-on-one live during the live stream, because as this ramps up, it gets a bit harder to catch everyone's comment.
Yes. It's really great that there's lots of comments, but
Yeah.
it's very
So much.
overwhelming while we're live.
Especially when we're trying to craft. Now, I'm not complaining, because the whole point of the live stream is to interact with you guys. The whole point is to be able to talk to you directly live, and the crafting is what we do and gives us something to do during the stream, but I really appreciate talking to you. So
Welcome, and we're
Welcome.
glad you're here, and thank you.
thank you. So today, earlier we talked about how Toby and Bruno have the day off today. So it is just Felicia and myself here in the studio. So we won't be cutting to dogs. There's no Bruno butt today. Apologize for that. But we are going to be working with Wonder Woman, and we've got just about 2 hours to get a belt done.
Yes. So we eyeballed a pattern. Well, I eyeballed a pattern,
Yeah,
and we cut it out of foam.
right. That's what you missed so far, as well as we had an awesome plug for the very form hip curve. But now that this is public, you can just back the stream up and see that.
Yeah. And so we have a little bit extra overlapping as of right now. We're going to trim that down. But what I was thinking for the closure, to make it easy, is I wanted to do the same thing.
You want closure? Sorry.
Don't we all?
Don't we all?
Yes.
Okay. I'm paying attention now, really.
No worries. I was thinking let's do it the same way, but I also wanted to improve the way we did it for the cuffs.
Okay.
So what I don't like about the cuffs is when they are
close.
when they are Velcro closed, they very easily do this.
You can see that.
Yeah, it's kind of a point. That's
Right.
because the foam pulls stronger than the Velcro.
Yes.
Granted, when it's on my wrist, it doesn't do it so badly, but you can still see it.
Right. It still has that little bit of
It still does it.
yeah.
It still points down. And
See, they're cuffs.
cuffs, French cuffs, no. So I was thinking about a solution to that, and I thought, since What the Foam is so dang determined to be nice and strong and flat,
Yes.
what if we just put a piece of it right behind here on the
Sure.
Velcro itself to reinforce?
Yeah. Do you have enough space that we can do
Yeah.
do you want to do 4 mil or do you want to do 2 mil? 4 mil will be better because it's black. Because the thicknesses of What the Foam is color coded, which is pretty awesome for doing instructional
Yes.
videos. But I have ran into why the hell is 2mm What the Foam red more often than not.
Because red.
Because red.
But yeah, no, we have about a half an inch of wiggle room. Like there's
yeah, totally, we
space
should.
for me to put sweatbands. Sorry.
Oh, okay, good. That's good.
Yeah, because
And
instead
accessories.
of a 6-inch radius, we have a 7-inch, so we have an extra inch total
Okay.
circumference to work with, because you don't want it to be super tight, but you
No.
have wiggle room.
Okay.
So
Then yeah, we totally should. We can back these with What the Foam.
Yeah.
Easy. And I've got some 4-inch wide Velcro that left over from the Dragon Ball Z armor we can use for this closure if you want.
yeah, so we could do Velcro, fix these Velcro closures and get this Velcro closure figured out.
Right?
But I think we need to paint this before we attach the closures.
Probably.
But just trying to think closure before we get everything together, and then it's like, wait, what? How am I gonna
So it's possible we'll be working on 3 different accessories today.
Yes, because we also have to gold this up, and so
We got to finish golding that up.
yeah. What are we
Because-
pointing to?
We're pointing to. Way back in the darkness, there's a quintuplegic.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
she needs to get glue. She needs
amputee, whatever.
Yeah, we have a dress form.
Dress form, no head, no arms, no legs.
Yes. So we have to get the magnets onto that so that it can
That's right.
actually get attached to that, and we need to get it another layer of gold. We do not have to prep this with Plasti Dip because it's already black.
Correct. If you want, we can do the first layer of gold with Plaid Effects because that has whatever added to it that helps it grip to the EVA foam, and then cover it with the good gold on top of that.
You know, I really like the Plaid Effects gold. I might just kind of, I don't know, just
All right, well,
put a layer over the tiara. We'll see. We'll see.
where we're at. Well, there's a bunch of different golds, because there's the Plaid Effects golds.
What's the gold that was on the, what's her name, armor?
On Sylvie's armor
Sylvie's.
was, it's around here somewhere, I swear.
I see it. It's right there. I spy with my little eye. It's behind the leather polish. See the leather?
Behind the leather Ah, you do see that.
Yeah. I'm really good at I
People
Spy.
who have good vision.
I tease my coworker all the time because I work in bridal design and there's millions of laces and shades of white.
50 Shades of White.
Yes, and when she's having to do swatches, and she's like, "Where's this lace?" And I'm like, "I spy with my little eye something that's white and lacy."
How often do you get bitch slapped at work?
No, it's one of those things that it's like, I know your pain because I've been there.
Right, okay.
And she laughs because, you know, she was off a week and I had to do it. And I'm like, this is just payback. I spy with my little eye. Something white and lacy. And everything's white and lace. Yeah.
So we got a question specifically for you from Agnito Fire King.
Okay.
And Ginkgo? Anyway, hey Felicia, probably a bit of a weird question, but what can you possibly recommend as a fabric that I can wear under my skeleton mask that's somewhat see-through, that's close to my eyes, so the skeleton eyes are black and I can see out?
No, that's a very good question. Honestly, you could do a pantyhose.
Really? Yeah, I guess so. Huh? You're just gonna get black hose.
It's breathable.
Yeah.
It's meant to be on your skin. It's see-through, and you can fit it over your head, and you could probably get knee-highs on the extra large size.
Yeah.
To fit anyways.
I wouldn't have thought of that.
No seams, and that would be the cheapest option. They make balaclavas that have various versions of covering your face that are see-through, you know.
Right.
They're kind of my friend, you know,
right.
like this. But honestly, get a big sock on your head, you know, but pantyhose.
Okay.
Or...
There's other fabrics. The one that comes to mind, I don't remember the name, but I know what video it's in. My friend Steve at SKS Props just finished his Chainsaw Man build, and he picked up some fabric and super glued it inside of the mask for the Chainsaw Man and also with the Full Metal Alchemist helmet as a way of blacking out the eyes. So he could see out through this fabric, but you couldn't see in. I just don't remember what fabric he used.
I've seen a lot of different fabrics used at the costume shop for mascot heads. One that's very popular is like a dense screen for screen door screens, because you could totally paint over that and you can have it white but still be able to see through it, or you could have it black and be able to see through it, so you can actually get, oh look it, there you go.
Yeah.
So screen doors are great because they're meant to be seen through but also meant to shade.
So this is actually the privacy screen. This is just purchase at the hardware store.
Yeah.
I've got friends whose dog decides to use the screen door from time to time without actually opening the door, so they have to replace the screen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Kool-Aid dog. And yeah, you could totally paint this. The other thing I've used that I wouldn't say is good for a skeleton mask, but it worked really well for my Batman. I went to a thrift shop and bought a pair of old computer speakers that has a really tight metal grill. And I bought one that was white, and I just cut those off the speakers and glued them into the Batman mask. Yeah. And then I could push it with my thumbs, and I actually got the dimensional bulge of the eye because it was a metal mesh.
Yeah, because it's the mesh.
Yeah, it's the mesh.
Holes with the grate.
Yep.
But doing knits, if you don't recommend going to the fabric store at this point after, you know, the panorama and we realize how gross everything is. But sometimes if you just go to the fabric store and you hold up the fabric to your face,
you can figure it out.
Can I see through this? Can I see through this? Get a stretch knit. Lightweight. You can usually buy a balaclava or a, you don't have to get the whole morph suit, but they have the headpieces that slide over, but honestly, just a black pantyhose, like the dense ones. So, good luck. Hope that works. And screen doors are great for eyeballs.
Yeah.
Screen doors are great for eyeballs.
Screen doors are great for eyeballs. Hello, welcome to Odin Makes. Screen doors are great for eyeballs.
There you go.
Gabriel Henrique has got a super chat saying, "Hello, Odin. When are you going to make Mysterio and Daredevil's helmet? Did Mysterio and Daredevil share a helmet?" That's a really unfair thing to say because he's asking about two different helmets, but the way
I know.
but the way it's worded, I'm being a jerk.
And then I was going for the conjoined twins. Like, could you do? Yeah, that's what I was picturing. I'm like, that's not nice of me.
No.
But that's where I'm going helmets.
Helmets.
Smoosh them together. Smoosh them together.
Like that great '80s movie's Basket Case.
I am a basket case.
That's your brother? At the moment, I don't have any plans on making Mysterio's helmets. I have thrown out multiple ideas on how to go about doing it, and the version of Mysterio that I would have the most interest in cosplaying as is the real-world version of Mysterio, where he's wearing the morph suit with a few accessories, and there is no helmet, because all that's part of the augmented reality as they're abusing the Stark equipment. Spoilers! Daredevil. I've actually made a mask very, very, very similar to Daredevil's mask a season before Daredevil made their mask, which is fun. But there's an episode of Beyond Geek where I ended up sculpting a helmet that fit and had very similar facial features.
Is that the one I used?
That's the one you used,
okay.
yeah. And the big one being it didn't cover the ears, yeah. You good?
No, I was just like, that's the one Shane's wearing when he is Action Man.
Yes,
or
that's
whatever.
the one Shane's wearing when he's Action Man, with the weird superheroes one.
Yeah. Generic superhero man.
Right.
But yes, no, that was a great helmet. Like, oh my gosh, did that actually like make it feel like a superhero?
Yeah, for Beyond Geek, because we're trying to make a real world superhero, I had a cast of the host's head. I then sculpted a helmet in clay, made a plaster of Paris mold, and laid up a helmet in fiberglass. And I actually made two, just because if something goes wrong, it's better to just make two off the bat. Yeah. So we used the spare one for Smosh, but that worked really well.
That was quite a big project. Looking back on it, sometimes I'm like, oh wow, that was a lot on my plate, but I just was in the middle of it so much that I didn't, not till it's over, that I was like, wow.
Right. I have to do what?
How many scenes? 18 scenes?
18
with
scenes?
5 different superheroes in each scene.
In every single scene.
And Aquaman needs a functioning boner.
Yeah, and Aquaman needs to get excited about the dolphin spread, and we need to do...
Weird issues, but it was fun.
It was fun.
Just so much that it's over, and it's like, wow, what did we do?
Yeah, we actually did
What
this.
am I still doing? Yeah,
right.
So thank you for all of that kind of fun. Who could,
And as we talk about superheroes, we can't ever just not bring up our favorite version of Batman. Yeah, this is Ian as Batman at Smosh.
Yeah, if it's yellow, if
it's yellow, let it mellow. If it's brown, flush it down. And then, he's suddenly out of bat paper. Joker! Yeah, that. There was one quick little scene for this particular video where they needed the bat cave bathroom. And so I threw this little set together, and I made this silly Batman logo toilet paper holder that he's playing with.
Yeah.
That silly toilet paper holder created so much improvisation that from the guys, they got 2 videos out of it. Shit. But fun stuff.
So we just need to trim off the extra.
Okay, so this still fits exactly where
Well, I didn't even try it on. Does it?
That was one of the reasons why I left it long. Yeah.
Yeah. Was my guesstimation right?
If you let go, that is line to line.
Yep.
How's that
Okay.
feel? Okay.
Yep. My guesstimation worked. Yes. Because right here was where I guessed it should be, and then I was like, the thickness of the foam, I'm going to add this much more. So this was where I thought it would end by my measurements, and then I left this much for the thickness of the foam. So on either side, I added it's a 1/4 of an inch on either side, so a 1/2 inch on total, just for the thickness of variation of the foam. Okay. And so just have to go like, yay, my math was right.
Yeah, totally you do. And you should.
Because I like it when I can eyeball my math problems. But
because math is hard.
Math doesn't have to be hard.
No, math doesn't have to be hard. Math isn't that hard. It's just fun to
think about. Yeah. I think there's just some people take joy in making it complicated. And
no, do we know anybody like that at all?
Because nobody would ever carry around calculators.
I don't know anybody that would make something more complicated than it needed to be.
So when are we making a light up the last week?
So what are we making light of what now? What?
So I can't see the chat with all those lovely pictures going on.
Oh,
but you're
okay.
actually working, so I hate interrupting you.
Oh, fine. I'll get
But
rid
I
of the
wanted to say
lovely
hi.
Pictures. So
Oh,
there's the chat, and here's Discord. And there we are. Mickey V says hello. And
Hello, Mickey
Tommy
V.
Fatula, boy, I'm probably saying that totally wrong, says hi.
Hi.
Nathan Hurt at Odin spoke the other week on Iron Warrior stream. Oh, sweet. Hello, Nathan again. Thanks for the tip for the chainsaws, for the chains for my Jason Voorhees costume. Oh, excellent. Did you find black plastic chains? Because those are, in my opinion, the best. I've actually found some in a flip crate in the other room. I could go get them, but it's about that much chain, and they're a super dark brown, almost black. It's plastic chain. Do you need me to get out of the way?
Let's try to make this rectangle the right shape rectangle so we can paint this triangle.
Paint this triangle.
Well, not triangle, but this tiara.
Yes, painting the tiara.
I think I'm going to use this one.
Stephen Daichi's here. Hello, Stephen.
I like this gold better, but I'm going to put a base of this gold down because there's more of this and this is almost empty.
Oh, really? We're at that
Feel.
point? Oh, yeah.
You can feel it. It's just like this one feels full and that one feels empty. So I want enough of that for a top coat because that's a pretty gold. And if we don't, we have the gold that we used on the tiara that I like.
I have a couple of other treasure golds. I just don't think I have gold. The other ones are...
I like that shade because it's pretty specifically. And if it looks metallic, that's like half the battle.
There's a point in time when Plaid was super awesome and sent me a bunch of stuff I didn't ask for.
Shiny.
But, you know, it worked out in their favor because now I go and buy Plaid products. But you can see this one's an
like
antique
this
gold.
one, yeah.
Yeah, so this one's, and then this is...
You are close to the camera where they can see if we go on the point. They can see the different shades of gold.
50 Shades of Gold?
The different shades of gold. So this is the one I want because look at that shade. Look at it. It's gold.
Right, it's gold. And then this one's an antique gold, so it's just a slightly duller gold, and this one's got a lot of... This one is copper.
Is the antique gold more interesting than this gold? I think I want to use the antique gold for my base as opposed to this one. Because this one
I was saying this one is the base because the Plaid Effects specifically is formulated to stick to foam.
Oh, perfect.
This is acrylic paint.
Okay, perfect. Then, yes. Odin knows what he's talking about. Listen to him.
I've played with these things a couple of times.
All
We'll
right.
hang these back up.
I'm just going to go roughly getting it on because, you know.
So you go roughly get it on. What?
It is what it is.
Bang a gong.
But we should get the...
Sean Karg says, where's the super chat button? Do I not have the super chat button activated?
What? There's a button?
Kara Skywalker says, oh my god, who could have used all that gold?
It's a great gold, and when gold works,
Yes.
you know.
Getting a really good acrylic gold is rough. And yeah, that is a great gold.
Because there's the gold that you have, that one, which you used on a lot of the...
We've used on a lot of other stuff that does good.
Yeah, and that one was my favorite gold until I saw...
Yes, until we saw this new one.
And then I was like, oh, well, now I have a new favorite.
Now, Jerry Rig Props says, and this may be a trigger for you, I like peanut butter.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I like peanut butter.
All right, good. She's not remembering having to smother Ian in peanut butter.
Yeah, no, it's not as sexy as you think. That's for sure.
It's not.
That is pretty awful, but I still eat peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Ah, there you go, yes. Unboxing Town has got a nice out-of-the-box question.
Okay.
Unboxing Town says, hey, Odin and Felicia. Random question, but if you celebrate Christmas, what is your favorite Christmas song?
Joy to the World, because my mom's name is Joy.
Oh, there you go. That's
And
fine.
we have some very hilarious renditions of it.
Oh, I bet.
And no, I will not be telling you any of them.
No.
But I will have to go with that just because, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a brat. So there's that. It's fun.
For many, many years, even as a kid, I can honestly say that my favorite Christmas song has been Carol of the Bells.
That one is a really,
Which isn't...
Mannheim Singing Roller version? Have you heard it?
I have heard it. I'm fine with traditional versions.
Yeah.
I really enjoy the Trans-Siberian Orchestra version.
Yes, that...
And that was a fantastic concert to go to.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
But, yeah, you know, Wizards in Winter is really cool too, but that's not. It is a Christmas song because Trans-Siberian Orchestra claims it is, sort of, but it's not really. But Carol of the Bells may not be either. That may just be a classical piece that has been adopted to being.
It's the season.
It's a season song.
It's a seasonal sound.
But I'm good with it, and that's
works for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one's not as pretty of a gold.
No,
sure.
it's not. It's not.
But it will make a good base layer.
Right.
One thing I did notice that the silver on the What the Foam is handling much better than the silver on the craft foam when it comes to wrinkling and,
Oh, the what we're using over there with the
because
this silver isn't.
I don't want to get paint on it, but
okay.
But they can't see necessarily in camera, but you can see the difference between.
Because this is craft foam,
and you can see how there's a wrinkle down the main curve.
See, there's a wrinkle down the main curve. Yes, there it is. Yeah. So barely at the top there, at the very top, there's a wrinkle you can see because this is craft foam, and this is What the Foam, which is still holding up really well.
It's much better. It's not even hinting at making those wrinkles.
And these are painted with rub and buff. These are not painted with acrylics at all.
Careful, there's gold. I'm nervous.
Okay, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I vaguely have an idea. And there is a gold rub and buff, but we would have to do that to everything.
Yeah, but this gold paint works great. So
good, yeah. It's a bit faster.
Got a base layer.
And it dries faster. James Allen says, I use privacy screen in my masks. Yeah, I've been using a lot of privacy screen. It works well. Michael Bublé's Christmas album is my jam during the holidays. That's Man of the Plan. Daniel Jackson says, Carol of the Bells is very underrated, especially the Trans-Siberian Orchestra version.
Yep.
There's Tommy saying, hello, Odin again. Hello! Jorts at the Jacksmith. Okay, how are you? Back and forth. Here I am reading things aloud before I pre-read them.
Right? That's dangerous, Odin.
It is.
Live.
Orphis Dragon is chiming in saying, even finding good acrylic silver paint is weird. Right. I always have to mix mine with some black to make it look pretty. Yeah.
Some depth.
Yeah, add some depth. One of the things I've done a lot, and if you've watched any of my videos, you may have seen it, I will take a silver item, especially silver spray paint, because it always looks like silver spray paint. You get a really, really nice, clean silver, but it looks like a Halloween toy. And then rub it down with, of all things, the liquid shoe polish. And it's not necessarily a one-stop solution, but the change of the black shoe polish that has a tiny bit of brown in it and how it bonds to the silver really changes it from spray paint silver to, I can believe this is metal.
Yeah, because it has that oxidized layer of yuck.
Yes.
That's the metallic-y penny smell.
Yes.
That's what you see, but
Yes.
So, but yes, I was thinking about that because part of me was like, oh no, these don't look silvery enough for me. But then when we saw them next to a pie pan, these are silver.
Yeah, those are just as silver as the aluminum pie pan.
These are as silver can be. I am thoroughly impressed and just like, phew.
And here's a big thing that's always fun. People want perfect chrome as part of their costume parts or perfect chrome for camera. You don't want perfect chrome for camera because all you have is a mirror. And it never reflects the way you want it to. And if you're trying to do anything with photography, you're going to see the camera, you're going to see the lights, you're going to see the idiot standing off to the side with the finger up his nose.
Usually me.
Yeah, usually one of us. As long as, fingers up their own. Anyway, up your own nose. The rub and buff, the super glossy silvers actually read better on camera as being chrome than real chrome. Because real chrome almost disappears in a weird way. It doesn't, but it does. Or it totally blows out. It reflects the sun or some of the super bright thing, and it just looks like super bright glowing. It's really weird that the chrome doesn't work as perfect as we want it to on camera. And that's very specifically a camera problem.
Right. Just weird, interesting things that you have to worry about for camera, like metallics.
Yes.
Stripes, that moire.
Right. Moire patterns for cameras, yeah.
White, if you're going to be outside filming, you don't want an actual true white. You need to change your shades of white. Freaking shades of
Yep.
white.
Yep, that's called blooming when you go outside and the pure white is kind of glowing a little
I'm
bit.
golding my hair. Hold on, I just need. I always wanted gold highlights.
Oh, that's good. And I've seen that in plenty of movies where, especially like westerns and things, where you have somebody, the hero, or somebody's wearing a pure white shirt and they ever so slightly glow. And I always thought it was really neat. There's an old movie called Time Rider where Fred Ward is doing cross-country motocross and drives through an Area 51 experiment, and suddenly in his motocross motorcycle, he's in the Old West. It's not a good movie, but it's fun. The sheriff of the town is, or the priest, one of the two, same guy, is wearing this super white shirt that every shot it's blooming.
Yeah, that's why you wear black when you work on sets.
Yep.
So that you do not
You do not.
show up on accident.
Yep.
You do not reflect light. You do not pass go.
Like one of the last episodes of the second season of Mandalorian, where all of a sudden, oh look, there's crew members wearing jeans just behind the door frame. You know, if they were wearing black or something else, it may not have been as big of a deal. It wouldn't be as obvious as jeans and work boots. They still corrected the shot, and one of the beauties of a streaming media is that you can fix something and re-upload the video, and now they're gone. So you can't see that anymore in the episodes. You have to find people who screenshotted it and saved it.
Yeah.
Which,
so.
that's okay. That actually, oddly enough, that doesn't bother me. I thought it would, but it doesn't.
So it looks like things are going down on the chat.
Things are going down on the chat.
Jorts wants to know, wouldn't spray paint go faster?
Spray paint would totally go faster. It absolutely would. It'll go on faster, it'll go on smooth, and it'll dry faster. You know something else it'll do? Crack and peel.
Sounds like experience.
Yeah. Go look at some of the Gundam things we just posted to social media, close-ups of the waist. It's there's a lot of cracking going on because it's all spray painted.
So do you want to explain again why we are using
Plaid Effects. We're using Plaid Effects Cosplay paints. Plaid Effects paints are water-based, non-toxic acrylic paints that have a special formulation. It's not just Mod Podge. That helps it stick and adhere to EVA foam. Plaid Effects paints are renowned for their ability to get sponsored on YouTube videos.
So this is acting as our primer layer. It is not the gold we want, but it is the gold we have.
Right.
And it is going to be our primer because it's the Plaid Effects, and then we're going to go over the top of it with this prettier gold.
Yep. Yeah, once you have the layer of whatever is going to adhere, it's this similar problem to painting vinyl. You need to put down something that's going to actually stick to the vinyl. Then you can use other paints on top of it because the paints will stick to the paints.
Yep. Science.
Science. Yeah,
Got math and science.
Science.
Yeah, who thought all the crafting kids?
Who would have thought that cosplay is actually a part of the STEAM program or the STEM program?
Right? All the puzzle building. Yeah.
Yeah. Figuring out what a truncated cone is.
Geometry for you. We got a super chat over here.
Heck, oh, we do?
Yeah. Delaney.
Super.
I cannot see from here, but
Do
Delaney
we need to switch?
Embry has a $5 super chat.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Delaney Embry.
Your work is awesome.
Thank you, Delaney.
Yes, thank you, Delaney.
Or is it just Delane?
Delane. Correct us if we're wrong. And then...
All right. So on occasion, doing the brush strokes, whenever we stop, we end up getting this line, this, and it's...
Yes, where you're starting to peel it off as you pull...
Well, even just in general, that happens, and it always bugs me. It's like, no, you're not supposed to be there. You're supposed to just be solid. So at this point, I'm going to stop because I'm happier with
Okay, so
how much is here.
let's let it dry, push it to the side, and I will pull out the Wonder Woman and we can glue the magnets on. Or
Okay.
we can do the Velcro.
Or do more gold on the other one.
Well, I want to get the magnets on.
Oops. Let's get a camera shot that has all of us.
Yeah.
Okay, you want to get the magnets on?
Get the magnets on.
Because it's got a really good Gal Gadot gold look right now.
Yep. No, it just needs another layer of gold.
Yeah,
it really
it needs-
only does. But I wanted to get the magnets
Okay.
attached.
So the magnets are
I
over
hung
there.
them
I'll
back
get
up.
those if you want to get her.
Yes, so pull her up.
And we'll just push this forward.
Okay.
Make sure all the brushes are in the water because Cara, don't you hate it when people leave the shop and just leave paintbrushes in gold and don't actually clean the brushes? That's the worst, isn't it? There we go. So there's that.
Sound like Lindsay. So, we have Wonder Woman. We have a dress form that she's on. No, that video is not going to be out this week. Life has gotten crazy. You guys are going to have to wait, but it is coming out in August video. So, sorry about that, but it is coming, and she is a great dress form, and I absolutely love working with her.
Yes.
And just one thing I wanted to point out is this is a really good beginner project. I know it sounds like intimidating and complicated, but it was a really easy beginner project if you've never made anything out of foam. The worse your seams are, the better it is.
Right, because the seams are on
the princess lines, on the front lines. It's on all of the seaming lines that you typically use when you are designing.
I didn't give a warning, sorry.
No, we don't rehearse any of this. But anyways, I had talked
Really?
I had talked to Odin about trying to figure out how we could like emphasize these seams, like adding cording or other things like that, but nothing seemed quite right.
Right, no,
But
it was all way too big.
Yeah, it was clunky or didn't quite work with the dress form, but doing really bad seams out of the foam without like grinding them down and flattening them made the best, crispest, cleanest lines that you can really feel and work with. So I highly recommend this as a beginner's project because it's very forgiving, and being not perfect with your seams actually makes it much better, and it's hard to articulate that, if that makes any sense. But
Yes.
I didn't confuse everybody, but
We're all confused. No, it's all good.
yeah, we're all mad here.
We're all mad here. Sean Card came through with a $20 super chat.
Wow.
Yeah. And Sean's letting us know that we need duct tape coffee merch.
Well, cheers, Sean.
Cheers, Sean.
Working
Noted.
on it. Maybe we should get coffee cozies.
Oh, that'd be kind of cool.
So you can have duct tape coffee too.
Cara's laughing, saying,
Out of
"Who would
foam.
do that?" Yes, koozies out of foam. I had, what's really sad is I don't remember exactly who it was right off the top of my head, but I had somebody that sent me a few custom printed Odin Makes koozies. It's like
Oh yeah, I stole one of them from you.
Yeah, I think you did.
Well, I
You
didn't
might
like
have.
take it home, but I did use it.
You did use it,
I
right.
did get into that because I was like, hey, look it.
Right. I had a couple of them. I know
They're floating around.
Cara and J. Period walked off with a couple, which is totally cool. I told them they
Yes.
could. Because they sent me a dozen. I'm down to just a couple left now. But
Yeah.
it's cool. Yeah.
I like swag,
I like swag. Swag was cool.
right? We need this. And these.
Yep. Trash Panda's talking one issue with gold paints is depending on the bottle date, batch mix, and even how well you shake it, you can end up with a different luster. One will look pure, one will look like 9 karat, and one will look rosy. Yes. Yes, absolutely. Gold is yes.
Metallics.
Metallics.
They're so pretty though, right?
Sean Kennedy is letting me know that the lines in the paint happen when you rotate the handle vertically before lifting it off the surface. So I'm doing this motion. Try keeping the brush in the same angle as you paint and lift it without rotating it.
That's more cake decorating. That's when you put the frosting on. If you lift your brush, it pulls up the frosting.
Okay.
You have to kind of push it down and out to get it off, and it's the smooshing it.
The smooshing it.
So if you're picking it up, you're pulling it up.
Okay.
I hope that helps. But yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Sean. Thank you, Sean. Yeah, that was Sean.
Yeah.
As opposed to Sean Carr, it was Sean Kennedy, or Sean Cash, or Sean Connery, all of whom I'm sure watch this. The last one probably doesn't.
So
There's someone else asking for a blood sport mask from Suicide Squad. You know, like I said, it's an awesome mask. This was probably earlier in the stream. You didn't see it, but it's so completely smooth. It's got the teeth in the bottom like a xenomorph, and the whole rest of the head is a smooth egg. And then you got to be able to see through it and breathe through it. And those two things are real tricky to do with foam.
I wouldn't necessarily do it fully foamed.
Yeah.
I might do a foam base, but do a fabric covering, maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know. I'd have to see a reference image
Sure.
to really make a decision on that. But
Understandable.
yeah. Blue. We need that.
Gunny Brown is saying Vista Chrome is a great flexible chrome product that you can get in multiple different colors, like gold. I am not familiar with Vista Chrome. Is this a product that's available in the United States?
Is it like?
Is it upgrade to Google Chrome? Chrome is no longer supported on Vista. So far, I'm having a whole lot of luck finding this. Let me add paint to this search.
All hell the algorithm.
Or point. There, we'll even correct that there. Touch Up Express freight for my Ford Ranger. Thanks.
So it's car paint. I love it.
Yeah. Vista Chrome.
Ooh, shiny. Whoops. This is the back and we're never going to see it. So if I just trace around where I'm going to put the magnets, then I can put the glue on it. Just a little
Let me pay
pencil
attention to you. I'm all totally distracted by the
Vista
computer.
paint. No, gold shiny paint. Yes.
Shiny things are good.
Right? Should I just trace around it and then put the gold, or just kind of put a smoosh there of...
Tracing around it's probably a great idea because then you know you put enough on there. But if you're confident with your ability to put enough on there,
Yeah, that's not that big of a deal.
no. And yes, applying one or even two coats of the contact cement to the the foam will then allow the 3M sticky to stick to it.
Yes.
Right? Because it'll work. I've done it before. It'll totally work.
Yes, I remember you mentioning that even though these magnets have the sticky pieces, not to rely on the stickiness on the foam,
Not all by itself, no.
but adding a layer of contact cement will make
Yeah.
it much more of a secure connection.
Yes, but you only have to put the contact cement on the foam.
Not
Because this is stuck well enough to the metal. There's no need to... The sticky of this will stick to the dry contact cement.
interesting. That's really good to know. I had no idea, but sounds like you've done it before, so yay.
And if I'm wrong, I'm sorry. But no.
We'll figure it out eventually.
We'll figure it out. So it looks like Vista Paint may not be... No, it might be available. I wonder if it's one of those things that due to Proposition 65 is just rough to find in California. That wouldn't surprise me. Another trip to Reno to buy paint. Man of the plan, Dormammu, I've come to bargain. Nice. Oh yeah, Dormammu is here in the chat. Nice. Oh yeah, there's all sorts of Dormammu appreciation going on in the chat, as there should be. He was the main bad guy in Doctor Strange. Just in case.
That sounds strange.
Patrick Ingram is asking me if I can show off my Han Solo blaster because they're working on their DL-44 for Halloween. It is
Buried?
about 12 feet up in the air behind a couple of glass things, so I can't even knock it down with a stick.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah, it's up on the shelf up there behind the super shotgun.
Like, I could, climb up there, but that's not...
That's probably... Well, yeah, you probably could because
Yeah.
I think, oh yeah, if I climb in there, I'll break all the shelves. You probably wouldn't. There's also ladders.
Yeah. But
All the guns that I've made have actually got stuck up in a shelf way off in the corner because I have lost potential sponsorships because I had guns on display behind me in the background. So if you look, there's nothing gun-shaped behind me on the background anymore.
I see a glue gun.
There is a glue gun.
I'm
Now,
joking because I know it's down there.
It's down
Not
there, yeah.
in shot.
But yeah, well, there is a screw gun. There is, I've got my drill sitting over there. But I do believe the whole idea is handguns and weapons. And even though at that time, they were all blasters. It was... But okay, fine.
Technically, this should be okay.
Maker JP is saying, I bet cellulose paint is a brand there. Laugh out loud. I'm not familiar with cellulose paint. Super happy to see you in the chat, though, Maker JP.
Hello, Maker JP.
Cellulose high gloss paints from Jawel Paints, Jawel.
Cellulose, does that mean it's made out of trees?
I would think so, yes. Cellulose paint is the perfect choice for a range of surfaces. Cellulose is especially useful where faster drying time is necessary due to its air drying nature. Cellulose uses include car panels and bumpers, windows, and door frames. I can
door
read the
frames.
internet. Yeah, they're painting it on cars, and it's super glossy, and it's,
I like car paint.
since it's got a .com.uk, this is why Maker JP's, laughing at it being available here.
Boogers.
Boogers. Smells like glue.
Oops.
Here's a good picture of the Bloodsport mask. All right, this isn't fair because this is a picture from Discord that I just finally clued in on. Kara says, hey, here's a good picture of the Bloodsport mask, and it's Harley holding the Javelin.
Spoiler chat.
Spoiler chat. Oh, hey, I didn't notice that it was leather wrapped in the center. That's kind of cool.
That makes it easier.
A little bit, yeah. And it'll certainly hold up to being, gripped all day that way.
I love leather wrapped things. I think it's a really good finish.
Sweet. James from the Robo-Based Build popped in.
Oh,
Hello.
hi, James.
Hi, James. How's it going?
I watched this video recently.
Oh, yeah?
Uh-huh.
Cool. Now, he's showing me
Putting
stuff early,
together
so I'm
a
getting...
new robot.
New robot. Okay, cool. That one.
Yeah.
He's got one
Didn't
coming
want
up.
to spoil things.
Yeah, that's fine. No, that one's... He's got one coming up that he's working on new panels for the Millennium Falcon set and accessory panels. And he's been posting some of his...
Greebles.
Yes. And STLs to his Patreon. And Sean Cash got super excited about the Millennium Falcon inspired vents, which is very fun.
Yeah, those reminded me of the speakers we did for those.
Yes.
We've done a lot of weird projects together.
Yeah, it's fun working for a comedy channel that wants...
That wasn't a comedy channel.
That one wasn't a comedy channel?
No, that was... I
Which was the
needed to
speaker?
make robots that made music for this one music video.
Wow. Oh, yeah, okay.
And so we had to cut out the mouths of the mannequins and
That's
put
right.
in speakers, and we ended up using the drains.
We used cinch strainers, yeah.
That was the same things that he had in his Greeble set. I'm like,
Okay.
hey, we use those.
Right.
There's
Okay.
a pack of them hanging up over there.
There is.
But yeah, that was, and then those things we ended up lighting on fire.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, best way to end a music video is burn it.
It was shot here too, so.
It was.
Yeah.
Yeah, we because it was a fire element to the shoot. Even though it wasn't supposed to be like flame, it was just a whole lot of sparks. The chances of flaming happening was pretty great. So in the main studio, we repainted the walls to the orange color the director wanted. Set up all the band, the robot band playing, the real band playing, all that stuff. Shot all the music video in there. But for this one final shot, we spent 2 days rebuilding a set outside in the parking lot. With all the same colors, so we could set everything up again just for the final shot of the robots sparking, and one did actually catch fire. And then we had to do it in the dead of night, so we could control the light.
Yeah. So.
That was one of the.
I don't know how they found me.
Yeah.
IDK.
Yeah, IDK is the name of the band. I don't know how they found me. Try it all the time or something all the time.
We did 2 on the same day, so it
Right.
was like trying to separate the 2.
It's the orange one. In fact, it's the only
It's
orange.
light red.
Light red.
What
It's
is light
burnt
red?
orange.
Is light red pink? No.
No,
It's light red.
it's light red. Yeah.
It's light red.
It's
I
the
love
only, it's the only
colors
one that color.
so much.
Quick, somebody in chat, go find the link and post it.
Yes. I'll probably do it on the Discord. I usually do that. If we mention some weird project we work on, I throw the video up on the Discord.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Like when we would mention those other videos, I threw those ones up there too. So just random.
Right, so if you dig through the past of the Discord, you'll find the videos as well. But for those watching right now, if anyone wants to throw the link up, that'd be pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Rebel Base Build says, yeah, the weapons rack. Yeah, such great interaction from the patrons. So, totally.
Yes, brought to you by viewers like you.
Patrick Ingram says, how much money is your EVA foam? Well, first I need to be totally honest and say that I personally don't have my own brand of EVA foam.
But you have a hookup.
I got a hookup. The EVA foam I buy from Blick Art Materials, and I do actually buy my HD foam from Blick, is anywhere from $8 to $15 depending on the thickness, right? Because you're buying a volume of foam. Even though it's all 24 inches wide by 60 inches long, or 72, I think it's 60. We're using imperial units because that's what we're used to here. And that's a fine price. There's not that big of a deal. That's actually very comparable to floor mat
Completely
foam.
reasonable.
Yeah. The amount of material you get is very comparable. What the Foam, direct from Amazon, seems a little pricey. But if you get it from the What the Foam website, they have their B stock. B stock means that the sheets might have manufacturing defects, little bubble holes or something. But you can buy full uncut sheets of What the Foam from. Cool. I'll copy and paste that in a second. From the Cosplay Apprentice website, and at that point, it's for the volume you get for What the Foam. HD foam. The What the Foam is only $5 more, and if that's what you want, that is not a price barrier to me.
Yeah, because honestly, going out and buying materials is the biggest barrier between me starting a project and not starting a project. But once I have the materials, it's like it's time.
You're good to go.
You can dig into it, but I feel like foam sometimes feels like a little bit of the barrier because I haven't bought the foam.
Right.
In my head, I have foam.
Yeah. You know where to go pick up foam.
I steal foam from you, but
that works.
That's okay. I left you foam, so there's that.
Yeah, you left, and I've used it.
Yes. So.
In fact, this week's video, I'm using floor mat foam.
So yeah, it'll be part Barbie.
It'll be part Barbie.
It's
leftover Barbie parts. Alrighty, so Deity of the Plan popped up. The link to the music video they worked on was from ID. I don't know how.
But they found me.
Do It. It's called Do It All the Time.
Yeah.
And
Odin helped me get those machines working, and we ended up using a headband to make them spin everything. It's
paste.
really cool.
Enter. And there it is.
Weird projects.
Weird projects. One of the things I specifically made for that project was the control panel. There's a control panel with a bunch of switches and lights and things. And one says funny noise. Apparently that's an IDK joke. In joke is the funny noise.
Oh yeah, they're great.
Those two guys are great.
They're amazing. But you used that in your Power Ranger intro.
I did use it in the Power Ranger intro.
And somebody recognized it.
Yes.
And I was super impressed. I'm like, I feel like that's the biggest form of flattery when they recognize, like, hey, I know
that. Yeah, totally.
Yes. Wonder Woman.
Daniel's also asking, what is the best way to store EVA, HD, or What the Foam? Any of the foams. The best way is whatever way works for you, which is a crappy answer. I have built myself some shelves where a lot of the foams, once I buy them, I roll them out flat, and I store them flat. And it does help to unroll them, but not that much. They've spent so much of their life rolled up that I still end up having to work them out a little bit. So whether if you've got an entire tabletop you can devote to storing it, you can do that. Just roll them back up and put them in a shelf. Roll them back up, put them in a bin that's just on the floor in the corner. It's whatever's going to work for you, but whatever you're doing, be aware that as you pull it in and out of something or up and down from something, if you drag it across a corner, you can mar the outside. And chances are real good that's the exact spot you're going to need to use from that foam on the outside of your costume, and now you got to deal with this damn mark. So
Sounds like experience.
No, that's never happened to me. So that's the only thing to keep in mind. But if you look in SKS Props background, he's just got rolls of foam stuck in a shelf way behind him in the back over his head. Bill from Punish Props has a whole video on what they set up for their foam storage. I have not shown mine off, but I do both rolled up foam stuck on a shelf, and then I have a few shelves where I keep some stuff flat to try and make it behave.
And one time we had this piece that we were working on for like the Witcher costume that we were trying to flatten out. So you had it like all flattened out in your shelf, and we completely forgot that we were like actually like thinking ahead. So it got completely lost until after we finished replacing it. And then it's like, oh, look what we found.
Oh, look what we found. It's flat. Great. Oh, we got another one now.
So, yeah. I was more thinking of how do you store the EVA foam once it's been turned into a prop.
Oh, that's definitely
that's a whole nother story.
It's a whole nother story, and that's totally an individual problem. That's not something that there's no one answer for.
I would suggest plastic bins so that things aren't smooshed together, and using an acid-free tissue paper, just to wrap things lightly in so that once you have these lovely surfaces and they're next to another lovely surface, we don't get contact or...
Things will stick. Especially if heat is ever so slightly introduced.
Yeah, so sticking, weird chemical melting of glues and different solvents, just like being contacted for long periods of time, be in the back of a truck. So I just recommend just cheap tissue paper, wrap your pieces up, put them in a clear plastic. I like clear plastic bins because if you can see what's in your bin, it doesn't make as big of a mess as in my experience.
Because you pull out the bin and go, oh no, that's everything from Wonder Woman. You stick it back in the bin. You pull out your next bin. Ah, yes, that's the dungeon equipment. I can take this one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Clear bins help a lot.
A lot.
But I do bins. I put things in paper and I just kind of stack things nicely. If I hang something up, I don't use clippy hangers on foam.
No, because
that will permanently press a lovely
clippy hanger shape.
Crimp into them.
If you do need to get small crimps or wrinkles out of your foam, a hairdryer works beautifully. It'll help relax the foam and expand it back out to where it wants to be. Heat gun can cook your paints and change things, but a hairdryer for wrinkles is beautiful. Yes. And you were telling me the same thing is true with vinyl. Yeah. Yeah, the hairdryer on vinyl, I think you were saying.
Vinyl, it's very forgiving, and also like foam bus cups in your swimwear and things like that.
Yeah.
A steamer goes a long way. Steam, a little moisture in the air helps soften things up. But yeah, so I put 2 layers of contact cement on these, and now I just peeled off the 3M sticker back. I'm not putting any contact cement on this because it's pre-stickied.
Right.
And then I'm just going to stick them down. If you want to start peeling and sticking, you are more than welcome to.
Sure. I tried to help, and it didn't help.
Okay. You're fired.
Okay, I'm fired.
Oh, wow. That really does stick.
Unboxing Town is coming back again. I know the Christmas conversation is over. This is the one that asked us. So, unfortunately, he never got closure. Christmas Town never got closure. But their favorite one is There's No Place Like Home.
Oh. You know, I have a least favorite Christmas hymn that I can't stand.
I'm sure.
The Christmas Shoes song.
I don't know the Christmas shoe song.
I don't know, but it's so sad. Some girl, her mom's dying of cancer, and she has to buy shoes, and it's like, who's letting this kid run around begging for money? I don't know. It just is.
Wow.
It's sad, and it's just...
I'll pass on that one.
Right? It's a Christmas shoe song. I'm like, I hate this song every time it comes on, and I feel like I'm so heartless, because I'm like, this is so just depressing.
This is adding a lot of weight. I hope it's not too heavy for the top.
This top, it's going to be fine.
You want to go on either side?
Yeah, that's why I put it there, because there is a curve. Otherwise, I would have just put it centered. Okay. I'm glad you picked up on that.
Well, I was trying to see where your lines were. I'm trying to help. I'm helping.
Right.
Sean Clark says, I still haven't got a hairdryer in the shop. It's got a heat gun. It took me a couple years to get around to buying a hairdryer just for the shop, Sean, so I get it. Stay at Foam Dad Creation says, yeah, the Christmas shoes song is the worst.
I'm glad I'm not the only one.
Yeah,
because sometimes I feel like I have my own opinions that nobody else agrees with. Like, I'm very sad that Ross ended up with Rachel on Friends, you know? Like, right. I'm one of the few people who never liked him.
So, Patrick Ingen, just about a whole screen ago, was saying that they're bad at plasti dipping, as in I'm sure they have some bad experience trying to get things to plasti dip out smoothly. Darren Calvin immediately came in saying that he found spraying multiple light coats really works, and it does. And then the other thing that really helps me, and I think has also helped you with doing plasti dipping, is make sure the can is warm. Yes. If you can hold the can and it's about the same temperature as your hand, or maybe a tiny bit more, spray it then. If the can comes out cold, if the can is too cold, it will it runs more. It takes a longer time for it to set up. It can separate. It can create what looks like erosion lines. You know, like a model with especially the white's really bad at doing that. All that I think is caused when it's too cold. When the can is too hot, you set it out in the sun to warm it up, and oh, now it's hot. This will work great. No, it's drying in the air on the way to your prop, and you end up looking like you flocked a Christmas tree. Yeah, and that sucks.
I have a lot of experience spray painting, more than I care to admit to.
Yeah. So with any spray painting, not just plasti dip. Cool. With any spray painting, not just plasti dip, a big suggestion is get yourself a pail, fill it full of hot tap water, and put your spray cans in it. And if they sit in it for a few minutes to where you can pull them out and they're warm, and it doesn't matter what time of year it is, that helps so much. It's crazy. Kara Skywalker is drinking some duct tape kombucha.
Ooh.
The picture shared on Discord. Yes, that counts. Duct tape has a wide variety of drink products. And if any of you crafters out there look closely enough and apply yourself, you'll suddenly find you're drinking duct tape watered down, whatever the heck this is, too.
Duct tape clear.
It works better if you hold the sippy cup the right way.
Right? So you can sip?
Yes, you can actually sip.
Okay.
Oh, cool. Sean Kennedy also says that steam works for getting dents out of wood as long as the fibers aren't broken.
Yes.
Steam is fun.
It is interesting. So this works great through the vinyl, but the problem is right here, right at this cup at the top, there is a dense foam in the
cup.
In the cup itself.
Do we need to move the thing?
Well, no, it's just too thick to magnet through.
Yeah. So all the cup is too thick there.
The cup is too thick to magnet through. This part is fine. It magnets through easy. It magnets through this. It magnets through this. I pulled them off, and so the magnets are here. But it's just at this. It's just the cup part because it's the foam cups, so it makes it easier for this.
Okay.
So it's like
it was a thought.
Honestly, for this one, if I really wanted to dedicate this to being Wonder Woman, I could cut a slit and slide the magnet in the front on the inside.
Could.
And they would never see it.
What if you put those invisible hooks? You got the little hooks, so you could hook the wingtip and hook the wingtip, and then the magnets in the front.
Yeah, that could work. I don't know. I'm just gonna sit and chew on it for a second.
What if you cut some of the foam cup out from the back and reduce the thickness?
Well, that's why I was saying that we could just
slip it in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just slip it in on the inside, so we could make this top work. But I also have this top that totally would work.
Right.
And it would magnet through the whole thing. Because hold on, I have lots of the ends on this.
Right.
They all fell into. There you go. 3 of them. Whee! So here, I'll put her to the side. I did not glue the top part of the dress form on the shoulder part where I should have.
Okay.
So I have to go back in and fix that.
Jerry Prop says, I'm off to bed, guys. Up at 4 a.m., so I need my beauty sleep. Good night, Jerry. Thank you for hanging out for as long as you did.
Yeah.
Bernie Davis has duct tape cola.
Ooh.
Sean Kennedy's got Gorilla Tape water. He's drinking the fancy stuff.
Yes.
Oh, because they're painting a portrait, so they got to be, Unboxing Town asks, do I have Elf on the Shelf? It is available in this country. I do not have it.
My dogs would chew on it.
Daniel Wiggins says that they're patterning out a Loki muzzle face mask from the end of Avengers. Odin, didn't you not make one of those and have a pattern? Yes, we made one of those on a live stream, and I messed it up a little bit. And I don't think the pattern was ever made available.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we did make one.
We did make one.
Live.
Vaughn Loveland says, hi, Odin and Felicia. Fantastic to see you guys. Heat gun is very important. I often use it on my 3D resin build plate. No failed prints. So you 3D resin before. Oh, okay. Now I'm cluing in on, so you heat up your resin build plate with the heat gun, bring it at the temperature, then start printing. I never thought about that. That makes sense.
Preheating makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Things you don't realize.
Right.
Because you just kind of go gung-ho, right?
Pretty much. I have definitely noticed, I go the extreme route and just warm the whole dang room up. I've got a very small space that we built for 3D printing, and we just warm the whole room up. But just doing the plate would totally work.
It goes through this foam. This foam's thick too.
Okay,
but not as thick as. Well, probably if I took it off of the thing, we could.
Maybe.
But this one also goes deep that it doesn't need the center ones.
Oh, there you go.
But the magnets.
The magnets mostly work.
Work all right. I'm gonna say plausible. Plausible.
I don't. So when I'm throwing out this idea, I understand that a good majority of my clothes don't have padded cups.
Well, here, let's put it on you then. Yeah. Just structural support in garments. What's the one you got to deal with? But where is your magnet spot? There you go.
Unboxing Town is taking off. I got to leave now, but try to be near for the next one. And P.S. I love you. Thank you, Unboxing Town. Love you too. See you next week.
Thank you. Okay. Well, it totally does hold.
It does?
It holds. I'm going to probably sit and chew on this one for a little, like, you know.
Yeah.
We have some time. It's mostly done.
It's mostly done.
And it can work with any Wonder Woman costume still so far-ish,
Right.
except for the ones with 2 padded of cups.
Maybe.
Because that's really not padded. It's just structured with
Right.
them.
Well, there's
Yeah.
multiple layers of vinyl across the top,
Yeah.
and the padding and everything else. So I'm not too surprised. I didn't even consider the structure of the garment when I was talking about doing this.
Well, I wanted it... So... Oh, there's another one. So when we had talked about this and different ways to do these accessories, I had mentioned not doing one specific...
So is this? We can always get stronger magnets too,
Yeah, that's true.
because these are just plates, right?
Yeah. So...
Anyway.
But anyways, we had talked about doing this, and I was going, well, I'm not doing a specific cosplay because in my
Right.
brain that's not necessarily how I think.
Right, you're
That
used to working in a
I'm going
costume
to
shop.
be a Wonder Woman cosplayer is not necessarily what my brain's going. I'm building a Wonder Woman costume, and I want it to fit everybody. You know, like, who's the most people in flexibility, and how can I, because costume shop
Yeah, costume shop.
experience.
You need flexibility for the customers that walk in.
Exactly. I want it
Yeah.
to fit everyone who walks in, anyone who wants to be Wonder Woman, and I think it should fit him,
Right.
you know, more or less. So, but it's easy enough to just literally glue this to whatever top we're going to use, so we don't have to be this kind of complicated. This is me being
Right.
complicated.
But this is also fun because you can totally change out what your top's going to be. You want
Yeah.
to put on a red tank top? Yeah, good to go.
Right? But if you want to wear those culottes, you
Yeah.
know, or the pants that are so hot topic or whatever, but I like that it's accessories that can be most anything, so I just wanted to give it a try.
I might have some stronger magnets if we want. Those are really good. I like badge magnets a lot.
Yeah.
Fanboy is showing off his Painter's Tape green tea. That's on Discord. Okay, so I'm getting a lot of pattern questions here. Wolves Den Creations and Patrick Ingram each have different pattern questions.
Okay.
Wolves Den is asking, did I release the pattern for the Omnitrix? Didn't I? I thought I did for the I was reading Omnimatrix first, the Transformers, but this is actually the Ben 10 Omnitrix. I thought I did on that one because that one was a single sheet. I thought that one got
this
posted.
is too thick. Right there.
Oh, that sucks.
It's not
And then
funny.
Patrick Ingram is asking about the Ram's Head templates from the Skeletor staff, and you know what? I've been bonkers busy the last few weeks, and no, I don't think that one actually got posted. I haven't, because I did a lot of the computer work to get that done, but then at the last minute changed how the parts fit together, and I haven't gone back and redone it. So that's not cool. Let's see. You're asking now. Let me go check my Dropbox. Yeah, there, it's there. There it is. Skeletor Havoc staff. There it is. All right, we're going to go up one, and we're going to go copy link. And link allows viewing. Copied. And I'll dump it in the chat. This link is not a permanent, forever, and always link, but that currently gets to my last used, because I've got a computer here in the shop and I got a computer in my office, and the easiest way for me to share files between these two computers is Dropbox. So there's a link to my Dropbox that has all the Skeletor staff stuff I was working on. It should have my last version of the skull that I was using. But if you pay attention to the video, the pieces that go in the very back of the head do not fit together with the way the letters are going on this thing. And it's a little complicated and weird, but it'll get you close.
So the good news is it really does hold. Like the
Okay.
magnets really hold it.
Really hold it. It's
But
just, it's not holding there.
This magnet really needs to be.
Can we move it down? Is that going to
No,
happen?
it gets
maybe?
thicker as you go further into the cup.
Oh, yeah, it does.
Yeah. If
We can
the
staples?
thinner is right at the top, honestly, if I was to do it, I'd just use double stick tape.
Well, yeah, there's that.
But just you try and overthink things and you still come up with weird problems.
Yeah.
Weird problems, but all the other magnets are really holding their place like really well. It's just right through this part is just a little too thick.
These are thicker. I don't know if they're going to be any stronger because they're not bigger. They're the same diameter. so I don't know.
Because I could honestly just cut right in here into this seam and put one of these in, but then it's committing it to this top, and then it's not like a universal.
Right, yeah, nope, there's still too much material. I mean, it's still a small magnet. You know, still too much material for it to go through. And I don't have those fantastic magnets we used on Aquaman.
No, those things were neodymium.
Yeah, well, these are neodymium rare earth magnets too, but
they're not.
They were half an inch and quarter inch thick. They were some pretty
intense magnets.
Don't get your fingers caught. Work. Yeah, and I don't think this is strong enough either.
No. Oh, it went over there.
Right.
Nope. Well, let's just put it to the side and get another layer of paint on.
All right.
Put our problems off to the side for the moment.
We'll just shove them to the side and ignore them and they'll go away, right?
We'll figure it out. I usually solve those kind of problems while I'm sleeping.
Or with Amazon. Mr. Ace is here. I'm late. That's okay. We still got an hour to go. You're not that late. Connor Cook, Odin and Felicia. Been a while. Summer break.
Hello,
just
Connor
a fleeting question for both of you. What movie cartoon sword is your favorite? You can say lightsaber, but that kind of doesn't count. Laugh out loud. So Connor Cook wants to know what a favorite cartoon sword is. Probably wants us to say Steven Universe. But do I have a favorite sword? Specifically sword. Yes. I can pick out one, but I can pick it out more because of the cartoon it is, and because it's almost a lightsaber, and that'd be Thundar the Barbarian sword.
I thought you were going to say beam saber.
Beam sabers. Well, anime counts for cartoon, but
yeah, no, that's a good
Thundar
question.
the Barbarian is Hanna-Barbera, so
yeah. I don't know what my favorite one is. I'll answer it when
you'll get there. You can say Sword in the Stone. You can say the Singing Sword from Roger Rabbit. You can say...
There's lots of swords.
There's lots of swords, yeah.
Which one's my favorite? I don't know.
Yeah. That one for that one movie. You know the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one. Zavan Menerik says, hey guys, how's it going? We're doing pretty good. We're talking away and hardly doing any work. Or is that just me? So this is dry. We're totally ready to put more paint on stuff.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking, because we also need to get another layer on the W.
Yes. Well, we can kind of do both if you want.
Yeah, that's what I figured. But then I was looking at this gold or just matching the Wonder Woman crown itself and using that gold. But
well, we use this gold on this, right?
Yes.
Okay, do you want to do this and then I use the other gold on that?
I don't know.
Because this is the...
Which gold do we like better? I like this gold better.
Let's see if we can't...
Go close up and have...
Well, I'll try going to camera 3 at first, which actually isn't nearly as close as I thought it might be. I can go
Camera
extreme
2.
close up in Wayne's World.
There we go.
So...
Which...
This obviously has multiple layers and is a much cleaner painting, but you can see there's a color difference. And it's not just because the W needs more. And for full-on reference, here's where we are with the belt.
We have 3 different shades of gold going on, and we want them all to be the same.
Well, we have the most of what's on the tiara already.
Yes, and I do love that gold.
You do like that gold. It's nice and thick.
Yeah, let's use that one because I know it'll be a good surface.
Yeah.
I do really like this, but we don't have enough of this one to really give it...
Right.
To use
it
on
somebody used up all my gold paint. No, it's all good. That's somebody is also a patron, so...
Well, I didn't know about that paint until they used it.
Well, this is true. That helps. Oops.
Yeah, because I was kind of stuck on this one right here.
I wanted that one. Yeah, which that one's fun.
So...
Okay.
More layers.
Layers! All right. Which one do you want me to paint? Which one do you want to paint? And I got to remember to lift the brush while it's in the same angle.
No, you keep it...
Well, I usually just try to run off the end of the prop.
Oh, I don't know. We'll just try our best.
My understanding was the issue was I was doing this motion to exaggerate as opposed to that. But it's probably all the same motion. Let's poke you right in the eye.
Let's give it a try, see what works.
Here's the ugly water. Let's get some more.
Let's just throw it across the room.
I do that a lot, actually.
Yes.
One of these days, my metal water bottle will land just right, and I'll break the lid off of it. This was my PBS one. I just stuck my Odin Makes sticker over it.
Odin makes it his water bottle.
Yeah, this is my water bottle. Darren Calvin looks at Cara. Carlos keeps saying, just put shoe ink. I don't have any of the Angelo's paints. I have no problem with that. Zavon's asking me if I have any more plans for doing any more My Hero Academia builds. I don't have any solid plans at the moment, but every time we talk about how I haven't really done an anime build in a little while, I bring up My Hero. So, yeah, there's so many cool things in that show.
Eventually. Working on it.
Thomas Hughes TV says, hello, Odin and all.
Hello.
Hello. Sean Kennedy, I love the Red Knight sword for the Mystic Knights of Tai no Nog. I don't know that one. Sean Karg is saying, tell Joe the painting on the Gundam was amazing.
Yes. Oh, my goodness.
Yes. And I'm getting a good question from Bernie Davis. Why are they called 1, 2, 3 blocks? May I have one from in front of you?
Go for it.
Can I find where I put them? So 1, 2, 3 block is called a 1, 2, 3 block because they are they're 1 inches wide, right? And then it's 2 inches on this side and 3 inches on that side. So that makes them, 1, 2, 3, right? It's 1, 2, 3. And why are all the holes in there? Because some of these are threaded. Yeah, you can kind of see it in that shot. Some of these holes are threaded. And you can then use, in this particular case, a 3/8 screw and screw multiple blocks together. Or you can put other tools in here because then you mount it to your work surface on a milling machine. Because 1, 2, 3 blocks specifically are used for working with milling machines and machine work. We all saw these with Adam Savage. He was using them, at least I did, and most of the people I know. They're all very right angles. They're all, so it's a nice, you set it down, and I know that's vertical. And they got enough weight to them. They're good paper weights and all sorts of stuff. I use them a lot for making sure I've got my ruler right up to the edge of my foam, so I'm not cutting things crooked.
Pattern weights,
right.
Yeah, also, they're great.
They feel fantastic when you drop them on their foot. That's the best.
I've had that happen a few times.
That sucks. But why are they called 1, 2, 3 blocks? Because that's the measurements here in the States in inches, because
they're 1 unit by 2 units by 3 units.
There you go.
3 units. So 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3. And they're used with milling machines and machine work in general. So I'm going to start painting, so stuff is happening. And I will look over and see what other questions we can do with things. Sorry, Odin, didn't mean to steal your thunder on the 1, 2, 3 blocks. Oh, that's fine, Sean. Thunder the Barbarian. Steal your thunder, as opposed to Brave Star. That was the weird cyborg Wild West cartoon that was right around the same time. More 80s. Let's sell toys by having a TV show.
Oh yes.
But Thunder wasn't that way. Actually, the Thunder action figures came much, much later. It was just a Hanna-Barbera thing they wanted to do. They were trying to do the, post-apocalyptic fantasy world thing with Chewbacca.
I like Chewie.
Yeah. Quick, get to 100 likes, says Patrick.
Ooh,
yes, quick.
Beat the algorithm.
Beat the algorithm. All hail the algorithm. We are now at 100 members on Discord. So Odin Makes has a Patreon server, and through the Patreon you get exclusive links to our Discord. Both of us are on there, and we do talk to people. And members of the Discord do get an hour's worth or so of exclusive live stream before this Sunday live stream goes public. You guys can see a lot of that in the playbacks, but if you actually want to be here live and be able to talk to us one-on-one live during the live stream, then definitely check out patreon.com/OdinMakes. Other benefits with being on the Discord include weekly games. We're going to start up a Minecraft server here in a minute. Joe and Nora are very much heading that one up. Joe does a weekly Among Us games on Friday. Nora's doing a weekly or semi-weekly Jeopardy game on Saturdays, and there's other stuff that happens too. There's some games that are happening. We haven't done a movie night yet. Cara's been asking about that, about doing a family streaming, family night streaming thing. Not family as in family oriented, but it's where a bunch of people remotely all watch the same movie at the same time, and we can talk to each other about it. That hasn't happened, but I'm totally down for doing that. Tremors. So there's
a lot of things going on.
There's a lot of things going on.
Yes.
What's going on?
We are painting. So
we are painting.
Getting work done.
Right, which means we get quiet.
Oh yeah.
Because I can either chew bubble gum or I can walk, but I can't really walk and chew bubble gum at the same time. And I'm looking at how I'm starting to get washboard effect on the paint because I'm putting it on a little too thick.
And then it's starting to peel back off.
And it's sort of starting to peel back off, sort of starting to do that.
Yeah, where you have to let it dry
thing
for a second and you have to walk away even though you want to add more.
Right, I just want it to be done.
I'm getting there, but I'm going to do the edges.
At this point with the Mechagodzilla, I use this paint, but I water it down a little bit and run it through a spray gun. And that's the added time of having to water it down, having to clean the gun is still less than sitting here and trying to get it to paint on nice.
Strokes. Yeah. It's okay. We're just doing this live in front of people.
Yeah, I don't want to sit here and be breathing metallic paint flecks out of the air. Live.
Golden lungs.
Golden lungs.
I think I have the gold lung.
That's the failed James Bond hero, right? Or the James Bond villain.
There you go.
Or was it the Spy Who Shagged Me villain or whatever?
I was thinking of Zoolander. When
Zoolander.
He goes, I think I have the black lung, but I think I have the foam lung.
Right. Awesome. Richie Boone is thinking about making an Inspector Gadget costume based on the 1999 McDonald's Happy Meal toy. That's super specific and awesome.
Hope you have the reference toy.
If you got the reference toy. I mean, Inspector Gadget would be a fun costume anyway, but to do specifically the McDonald's toy, that's awesome. Right. I think Dr. Claw would be kind of a fun cosplay too. Because you just sort of make the chair with a spring-loaded arm in the front. So you're kind of walking around like a chair.
And you get a kitty cat.
And you get a kitty cat. Yeah, you have a puppet cat, Mad Cat, on the other side. I've never watched Inspector Gadget, ever.
I really liked that show. I liked that Penny saved the day.
Always. Yeah, Inspector Gadget was there, but yeah, it was always Penny. Yeah, I've never enjoyed at the end of those programs. It's what, the Lancaster Broadcasting System? I can't remember what it was. Something like that is the name of the company. And then it's the DIC Animation, DIC, right? So the two end logos literally with DIC and LBS says Dick Pounds, and that's how Inspector Gadget ends. Yep.
I didn't even notice. Went straight over my head. Not gonna lie.
Not gonna lie.
But now I will not be able to unsee it.
No, you'll not be able to unsee it. You're welcome.
I liked their theme song.
Yes, the Inspector Gadget theme song is great.
Very catchy.
Next time, Gadget. Next time.
Right.
I'm not mad. Brandon Sherman says, "Hi, Odin. Just wondering if you saw my comment." You must be talking about a previous one. Let me scroll. I might have, Brandon.
Maybe not.
Maybe.
It's live and it's hard to keep track.
Yeah, it's super difficult to see all the things. It's not that I don't. There we are. Brandon says, "Hi, Odin and everyone. Odin, I love your Jason mask build and your foam sawed-off gun build." Well, thank you.
All right, I gotta let it dry for a second because now I'm starting to peel off things.
Yeah, I gotta walk away from mine too, and I've got a little bit of lumpy going on there, which doesn't make me happy.
Layers. Okay, now I'm gonna get.
Mr. Rooster's writing a Godzilla book.
Oh, yeah, interesting. I'm gonna get some. We need What the Foam to put behind our Velcro backing.
We do need What the Foam to put behind our Velcro backing, and there's some little bits of it over here.
Okay, we just need scraps.
Well, there's really not enough here to do anything with it, I don't think. Oh, it'll fit. Good, there's one. The entire rest of that could be thrown away.
Yeah, right. Little scraps.
Little scraps. Yes, I hoard little scraps, but, you know,
I
would rather cut little pieces out of little scraps than, darn it, I keep doing that, than take a whole new sheet and cut a little piece out of it.
Right. We need...
Well, you can just copy that piece when you're done drawing it.
Yeah, well, let's...
Okay. Well, I guess I gotta put glue on it. Sean Kennedy is trying to tell me how to pronounce Dick from the things, and I don't. Dick with an E sound, I think. Sure. Dice? No, that's not what it is. It's, you know, as an immature person, which I still am, Dick and Pounds is more fun.
Well, if it's Bic.
Well, it's not Bic. It's
no,
D-
I know, but
yeah.
if Bic is BIC.
Right.
DIC interest automatically.
It works that way.
Yeah.
Maker JP is asking, we get Raccoons cartoon. Which raccoons? Maybe not, because I can't think of specifically a raccoon's cartoon.
I can think of the raccoon from Pocahontas.
Right, there's Miko, and then of course there's Rocket Raccoon. And there's Ricky Raccoon, who had his own magazine, but I don't remember.
I don't know if raccoons are my favorite animal.
Yeah, they're fun.
But
No, I don't think so.
Deke.
Deke.
Deek. Deke.
Oh, Deke. Is that how it's being pronounced? Sure.
Deke. Because I makes an E sound in Spanish. E.
Oh, okay.
Deke. But if Bic is Bic.
If I want to make fun of it, I will mispronounce it however I choose, because the whole thing is to amuse me. Or to help me get me roasted on the internet. You guys are participating. Thank you.
It's how I read things. It's a word I've read and not necessarily learned from being said.
Exactly. If I don't just hack at it, I might be able to get a second one out of here if we need another one.
Little scraps.
On the hillside, little scraps.
This one's thicker.
That's what. What we got going on over here?
I don't know.
Most of the Deke cartoons had a kid saying Deke as the logo came up. Yeah, it did, but you know.
There we go.
I'm not gonna let being correct interrupt my immature humor.
Right?
I understand I understand for the most part you guys are probably trying to help, but you know, come on. The whole point of being immature humor is, you know. So there's that. Anyway.
Okay. And then we need... Where's the box of Velcro that was here?
I moved it there because it was too much in camera. All right. I mean, handed stuff to cut out.
Yes. Figured you're on a roll. Might as well go with it.
Sure thing. Connor Cook says, I think this has been asked before, but what are your guys' favorite live-action Spider-Man? But, I think it's a question been asked for as to what is your favorite live-action Spider-Man. What is your favorite cartoon Spider-Man? So this is full-on animated cartoon Spider-Man?
I like the how about you say
Miles Morales?
Miles Morales. Like, that was really good. Into the Spider-Verse. Like,
Into the Spider-Verse. Yeah, absolutely.
Hands down, an amazing. I loved it so much. So that is by far my favorite. And I'm not a huge fan of the Toby Maguire live actions.
Right.
I really...
It's fine. You don't have to. You don't ever have to be. That's not required. The first thing that came to mind was Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends, with Firestar and Iceman, because that was one I watched a lot. This is one of the 80s cartoons. I'm not going to say that that's the best one. That's just, I have a lot of memories of watching that one. And I think I said it before, my favorite version, old school Amazing Spider-Man is cool too. The late 60s, early 70s one with the watercolor backgrounds and the theme song that everybody is still singing in the movies. Yeah, that one's amazing. Mm-hmm. And I got the song in my head. So there was a magazine called Wizard. It was a comic book price guide magazine. And inside of it, they had a series called Twisted Mego Theater. This was the inspiration for Robot Chicken. And their version of Spider-Man, he was aware that there were readers. He was aware of other fandoms. He was a smart aleck and a smart ass. And the majority of the other Avengers were completely incompetent. And that is probably one of my favorite versions of Spider-Man. Just because it's totally...
breaks the fourth wall.
Breaks the fourth wall and breaks all expectations on Spider-Man. It was just way too much fun. That magazine would come in when I was working at the shop, and that was the first thing I did is flip to find Twisted Mego Theater and read that, and then maybe I'd give the rest of the magazine a look. Sort of like What's New with Phil and Dixie at the end of
So they knew
Dragon
what they
magazine.
were doing when they put that in.
Oh, yeah. Oh, they ended up selling books with just those things in it. Because they use the toys like Robot Chicken does. And they use clay to change their expressions and change their mouths, just like Robot Chicken does. I mean, Robot Chicken, Seth Green has said that was the inspiration for doing the animation, was that. It's like he doesn't hide it. which is cool. So we're cutting 4?
Well, we have 4 cuffs.
Okay.
They might as well all work.
Yeah, okay.
You know.
Yeah.
Because they're pretty much done.
I was just cutting 1 because I thought we were just doing 2, but 4 is fine. I don't have a problem with that.
I figured I could fit it in, and we still had a big enough of a piece that I can make this one work.
Okay. We do. There's plenty of this. I've still got...
Yeah, but within the scraps right here.
Yeah, within the scraps here.
So, figure...
Oh, did I do that?
It was just sitting on the gold paint. Luckily, that part's dry enough, but I just figured...
Well, thank you for...
that before it makes a difference.
Mr. Rooster says that they actually have their own Godzilla universe. Want them to be movies, but I ain't got no money for movies. I'm writing 6 books, but only one will actually be released. Well, that's pretty cool. Don't forget that there's official Godzilla stories that were used with the toys that came out on YouTube, right? So there's ways of making movies out of your stories.
Just gonna start gluing all sorts of pieces. I need all of the pieces, and I made a mess.
It happens.
Right, 1, 2, 3. Oh, I need that. 3.
I got 1 here to cut.
Yeah. Actually, I'm missing.
There's this one, and I got a piece here that I can cut. Sorry, I keep like knife in my hand. I keep going towards your hand.
We lost one of the cups. But
Did it fall off that way?
it could have. Let me see. Nope, it did not. I'm just walking in front of you. Hi, people.
Whatever, it's a live stream.
We're live. We're losing our minds live in front of you guys.
Sean Kennedy says school starts tomorrow here.
Alright, I have all 4 of these.
That's really kind of early, it seems, but I don't know. I'm used to
After
school
Labor Day.
not starting till after Labor Day. Yeah.
Yeah, we got spoiled, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. Hey James, when's the school start for you? I think I know. I think he's just still got 2 or 3 weeks. Might even have 4.
I am so glad that I don't do the...
Yeah, I'm so glad I don't do the school thing.
I don't... Yeah.
Yeah. I enjoy learning.
Yes.
I don't mind taking tests. They don't stress me.
I voluntarily watch YouTube lectures.
You voluntarily?
Voluntarily.
Voluntarily. Voluntarily. I'm going to watch this thing!
I'm going to violently watch this. Yeah, voluntarily watch things, but I'm so glad that I don't.
Yeah.
Graduated. Yay.
Graduated.
I have a degree.
Yes. The Kelvin says 8 years till school starts. Tylen, hello people. Tylen, whichever. Hello, Tylen. Man of the Plan says, thank God school is over. I think that's kind of what we were saying.
Yeah.
Cliff Oliveira talking to Matthew Sinrique. Used to do Twisted Mego Theater for Wizard. Oh, okay. Matthew Senrik used to twist to make a theater for Wizard. I don't know the name, Matthew. So it was, what else? What is he doing now? That almost sounds like I should know. Or are you just trying to give credit to where credit's due, which is totally cool. Grusen's here, saying, greetings from a cold and dark Sweden. Tomorrow it's back to work. Oh.
Yes. School may be ended, but work, it never ends.
Work, it never ends. Is it back to work just because it's Monday, or is it back to work because everyone's going back to the office and you're no longer doing any kind of remote working?
Both.
Both, probably.
Making a mess here. Good thing.
Good thing we're crafting. The whole point's to make a big old mess.
Right.
We got people watching us make mess. We are so lucky. We have people from all over the world watching us make a crafting mess. Yeah, thank you guys.
I feel like a mess. Thank you.
Oh, Steinrich's one of the executive producers of Robot Chicken. Well, there you go. Okay, that's cool. Good to know.
Oh, man.
Brandon's asking me if I've ever thought about doing Groot in the flower pot as a build. I did, but it didn't happen, and I don't think it will, actually. Groot's awesome, and I've made Groot sticks, but I don't think it's going to happen.
Careful. Safety first. You know, just
Safety
drop
third.
your blade side down if you're going to drop your blade.
I dropped my square.
Oh, you dropped your square?
Which is the best thing to do because that keeps them square, right? You knock the square back into it.
Mm-hmm.
No, you don't. That's not what happens at all. Slime Bucket's asking if I'm sick. My voice sounds different than usual. No, I've just been yelling at the camera for about 2 hours, not going hoarse. It's a pretty standard thing.
Well, thank you for noticing.
Yeah, thank you for noticing.
Oh, I'm getting glue all over your table. I was trying to get it all over the paper, but at this point, I'm sorry.
You're a horrible person.
I don't know how I live with myself. I'm
Yes.
very sorry.
I have no idea. There's one, oh, 4, right? It's supposed to be 4 inches.
What? Oh, for this one?
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I started gluing it. Yeah, it's a 2 by however wide this is.
4. I was trying to hold it so you can just tell me. It's 4, right?
Yeah. It's 4.
Okay.
I
Well,
forget that you can't see. Sorry.
And I'm,
I
yeah.
thought you saw it. I apologize. But
And
yes.
I also wasn't holding it for the camera. I was like trying to get confirmation.
You know, actually like use the information. But yeah.
Actually have the help from somebody who has eyes that work.
For now.
For now. There's no rush. Started wearing glasses in the 6th grade. Probably could have used them much earlier.
Interesting.
Yep.
Thank you. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
And Groot says, yes, my vacation has come to an end. Now I have to wait until week 51 and 52 for one more, and then all the way till week 28 for the next 4 weeks off. Wow, okay. Yeah, it gets rough when vacation's over, that's for sure. You know, one of these days, maybe I'll get to take some extra time off. I mean, I am going to go to cons, which is kind of a time off, but
You're
it's
about to
kind of
have
not.
3 weeks off from our live stream.
Yes, 3 weeks, yes. We got, there's this stream and 2 more live streams with both of us here. And then, right?
Yeah, I think we're going
I
to be
think
done by Wonder Woman by then. We'll have our...
Yeah, we might actually, if we can be done with Wonder Woman next stream,
Yeah.
which I think we can maybe.
Yeah, we're almost there.
Because this is pretty much it, right?
We got her tiara.
Got her tiara.
We got her breastplate. We got her wrists. And we got her belt.
Right. So, do we need to do something for the blue with white stars?
Yeah, we were going to add stars to the bottom. And...
Okay.
Sorry.
That's okay.
breaking
Here
this
we're
down.
talking because I know we talked about. What I'm trying to ask is, can we maybe do that next week? So the last live stream before we start going to the cons, we can work on Godzilla's tail.
Yeah.
Because I need all the time I can scrounge.
You want an extra pair of hands?
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
Sounds like a plan. So
Okay,
even
good.
if we're this close to finish, we can use the one before the thing
I
to do
appreciate
one
that.
thing. But I think
We can drink tea while doing it if you want.
right, there you go.
Because we want the glue to be together, we just got to cut out 40-some-odd panels of descending sizes in a fairly accurate way.
Right.
Right. Oriah Johnson saying, Odin, what is that on your shirt? This is a cryptid. This is the Flatwoods Monster. This is a regional version of like Bigfoot or the Loch Ness Monster. This is I'm suddenly drawing a blank on which state he's in. But the Flatwoods Monster is also in so it must be Virginia. Is also in Fallout 76. There's a variation of this particular monster in that thing. I've got a couple of other cryptid shirts that I like wearing, and so the Flatwoods Monster Museum sent me this shirt, which glows in the dark. So I just thought I'd wear it again today because I haven't worn it for a little while. I want to get the Mothman shirt. I'm hoping to see the cryptozoology guy, because there's a guy in the Bay Area that makes cryptid T-shirts, and he's got a pretty cool Mothman, and I think I want to get the Mothman shirt if I can find him at the con. I want to buy it directly from him at the con, so that's kind of what I'm waiting for.
Right, support local artists.
Yeah, support local, totally. And buying directly from him at the con.
Directly supports him.
Directly supports him, yeah. Supporting him when he's paid money for his booth, and it's cashed directly to the guy, not going through a fulfillment service. So, yeah.
So, yay, support your friends.
Support your friends.
Glue.
Anglo Fire King is saying, Odin, Agnico. I'm gonna ruin your first name every time, Fire King. Odin, speaking of cryptids, have you ever heard of the Jersey Devil? That thing is creepy as hell. Yes, I have. Trying to think what was the last thing I saw on the Jersey Devil. I saw pictures of him somewhere. Yes, I've heard of the Jersey Devil. Heard of Mothman. There's of course the Chupacabra, who's one of the, outside of Bigfoot, one of the big main famous North American cryptids. I've enjoyed some of the creepypasta Skinwalker stories that I've read. And then, of course, you get... Slender Man isn't really, but he kind of falls in that space. Same thing with Siren Head. He's kind of that feeling, but I don't think I cut that.
Yeah, there's 3, so we need one more.
Okay, here.
I also cut one more piece of the Velcro because we only had planned on doing 2 cups
Right.
to finish because we gave
Kind
up.
of what I remember.
But we have 2 sets of silvered cuffs that are working so far. So
Okay.
sorry.
Not helping. So familiar with a lot of those and enjoy them, and then I enjoy some of the other spin-offs like I was just throwing out that aren't really cryptids, but close enough. What was this? Sean Carg's throwing Super Chat again. Oh, hey, this is cool. Yes. Sean Carg is saying, congratulations, Odin Makes, on getting a subscription from Tested.com. Hope to see you soon on that channel, too. Yeah, wouldn't that be awesome?
Totally geeking out, not
Yeah,
lying.
no, not lying. No, not at all. Yeah, that happened, well, at least I noticed Friday. It may have happened a little sooner than Friday, but when I noticed, to me, that's when it happened. And I posted it to my patrons that, yeah, Adam Savage's Tested.com is now a subscriber to Odin Makes. So if any of you from Tested.com are watching, hi guys, thank you. And the other thing that I really have to remember is it's a whole crew. It's a whole channel. It's a whole production team. It's not...
Probably the coolest people aren't even on camera, to tell you the honest
Pretty
truth.
much, yeah. So there's any number of people who could have had the authority to click that button, and it wasn't specifically Mr. Savage.
But they know him, so 3 degrees of Kevin Bacon.
Yeah, there you go. I don't care. That was great. I'm super excited and happy because that is a channel I watch, and I've met a few of the people that work on that channel over the years. One of them at Dragon Con, and they've all been real cool people. So yeah, super happy about that.
Geek out moment.
Geek out moment. Yee!
Yes.
Odin Makes as watched by Tested.com.
That needs to try more at this geek out moment.
Oh, good. Agnico Fire King is saying, yeah, it's all good. Most people just call me Fire King because they can't be bothered to say Agnico right. Well, it's not being bothered. It's more like clueless. I wouldn't say...
Intimidated?
Yeah, I can't spell. And so when I'm looking at a word, I have no idea, if I've never seen it before, I have no idea how to pronounce it correctly. And then I have a super hard time changing sounds that I hear into written words because there's no connection in my brain there really either. So, I think ang, but there's no N. So there's no, it's not ang, it's ag, right? And then I don't know. So I'll just stay in here and talk about how I can butcher it. And at no point am I trying to give myself excuses.
No, but
This is just why.
we admit our flaws. That
Yeah.
I feel like the substitute teacher on the first day of school reading people's names.
Oh gosh, I've done that.
Here we have a Sarah Johnson.
Yeah, exactly.
That's me right now. Sorry, people. We love you. We really do.
We really do.
We're
No, we
excited
really
that
do.
there's like amazing people that watch
Yes.
us crafting live.
Not gonna lie, there is a huge amount of honor and I don't know, is privilege the right word? It's freaking awesome that you guys are watching us and spending your afternoon with us. So thank you very, very much. Appreciate that.
Wow, once this is stuck, it's pretty stuck. But now I
Just
kind
inch
of
and
want
a
to make
half.
hair barrettes because you could totally.
Yeah. You do whatever you want to do.
Yeah, but those are pretty solid. That's for sure. I think those are going to do the job.
Good.
Like, I really do. Because now, when I try and...
So there's the last one. Now I'll go back to geeking out and being distracted
And
with...
now look at...
Oh, hey, look at that!
It does it perfectly.
Good.
The way it's supposed to. I can Velcro it closer together, but...
Here, we'll go to the close-up camera.
Close-up camera, where are we? There we are. But see, now it's holding it more the flat shape.
Right. For those of you who may remember earlier, this where
here.
the Velcro seam was, instead of it being kind of flat, it would peak
It would point like that.
like that. Yeah, it looked like cuffs.
Yeah.
Off of like a dress shirt cuff
So now we have it flatter because
Nice.
we have it with the little what the foam piece in it.
on the backside.
Yay,
Excellent.
fake metal! Looking realistic.
Hooray!
So that's what we're doing right now. We are adding a support structure to the Velcro inserts on the cuffs, and we're going to be doing the same thing to the back of the belt, and that's going to be our closures.
And thank you for your support.
Okay.
Sorry.
No worries.
Let me try and quote Wilford Brimley from a 90s television commercial, I think, because everybody remembers that.
Well, they'll all get the jokes eventually.
Eventually,
Yes.
Maker JP says the most appropriate thing. Why is dyslexia such a hard word to spell? I have no idea why lestixia is such a hard word to spell. No idea at all.
Because somebody has a sense of humor.
Sean, who was singing? Sean Kennedy. Sounds like dyslexia. I have it, and that is one way it manifests itself. It is very likely something similar with that.
And also, we speak English where all the rules are meant to be broken. So as soon as you think you know how to pronounce something as you read it, it's like, hey.
No, actually, it's Tuesday, so you're going to say the different. Yeah. 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 The rules for math when I was young worked for me because they didn't really break themselves. They added on to themselves and they got complicated. Not going to lie, but they didn't like, yeah, but if you do this thing, now everything else you knew isn't true anymore. I hate English. I speak it, but I really kind of hate it. The only thing that ever improved my spelling is when it made it all extremely visual, and that was having the red squiggly line under the word on the computer. Once I got to that point in my life, and I was seeing regularly how I was spelling stuff wrong, and it would tell me how to spell it correctly, my spelling got a lot better. So the past, 10, 20 years, my spelling has improved greatly. Doesn't mean I can pronounce anything.
Because we're all going to just walk around with a dictionary in our pockets, right?
Yeah, exactly. It'll never happen. Yeah, exactly. Slime bucket. Remember, Y is only sometimes a vowel. Right.
I before E, except after E, or sound in ways and neighbor way, and we don't ever follow that rule, whatever it is. It is a lie.
Oh, okay, cool. So, Agniko is trying to tell me, hell, even the people who know the Vedic god don't actually say my name correctly because I pronounce it the way the Indians pronounce it, and because that's where it's from. It's actually pronounced A-H-G, Og, not A-G, Ag, and then laughs. So Ognico is I saying that? Nico. Yeah, Ognico. Is that right?
Well, is it as cringy as saying Aang versus Ong?
I don't know.
Because I am in the team Aang and very anti-Ong.
You know, I messed up. I messed up saying, so, you know,
Just
Cyan.
saying.
Right, and then I did a whole Frozen sword and just called her Anna. Yeah, no one seemed to appreciate that either. So I'm really good at butchering names.
And the public shaming hasn't shamed you into fixing it. Lots of glue.
Wow. It's bouncing around and having a... Are you insane? Yes!
Alright, while this is dry, I'm going to get these Velcro pieces on it before we put on the next coat.
Okay, I was about ready to play with the next coat.
Exactly, before you do that.
Here we go, just coat it and coat it.
Let me just get some glue on there.
Oh, Ralph Morick said, by the way, Odin Makes, I just became a Patreon. I'm going to go check out Discord now. Sweet! Thank you, Ralph. Sorry if...
Welcome to the community.
Welcome to the community. It's going to be a few days before the next game directly happens, but still, awesome. You will get to see the Wednesday video early. We've been trying very hard to make sure you guys get 24-hour early access to the weekly video, so you get a chance to go first, because you're there before anybody else can. Yeah, cool. Thank you.
Yeah, and also, introduce yourself. Say hi.
Yes.
Post a picture.
Hi.
We want to know you.
I have not seen Toki Revengers. You've asked this a couple of times, Zaven. There's some really cool jackets in that anime. I believe it. There's a lot of really cool costumes in anime. I do not know that particular one. Oh, okay. I'm super distracted on... Looks like somebody's fixing their circular saw on Discord. That's cool.
Work in progress.
Yeah, Ben and Lynch is fixing a circular saw.
So he's working on his project while while we're crafting. What are you guys working on?
And Stephen Daichi says, I wouldn't worry about it. Odin still can't pronounce my surname correctly. And I've told him a number of times. Yes, and someone else is saying, I don't think I can remember my own name half the time. Right. I know what my name is because Mom used to yell it at me all the time, so I get that. Sweet. Daniel Wiggins is almost done making the Loki muzzle. Ginger Ninja is saying, where did we get this glue holder? Amazon! And specifically, I bought this using Evil Ted's link because he's got a link and he gets a little tiny bit of kickback from using his links. It's the Atco Glue Pot. Specifically, you want to look up Glue Pot. The top is black because it is Teflon. It's non-stick, but it's a zinc glue pot. It's all sealed together. It's a leatherworking tool, and it is specifically made for contact cement. And
interesting fact, because people who've asked and actually bought this glue pot, there is not a seal. This plastic piece just sits on top of it, so when you get this glue pot at home, it doesn't stick or
it doesn't
click or twist in place.
No.
What happens is you get a layer of boogers from doing this that builds up on the sides, and when it closes, it kind of glues itself shut.
Exactly that. In fact, Ted talks about that. When he's going to put his away for a while, he'll just paint the edge all the way around with glue and then put the stopper down and just let it dry. And it is specifically designed to reduce fumes, and it does. Trust me, it does. I'm so used to just using an acid brush out of a pint can or a quart can, which is basically a huge potpourri of chemicals. That thing helps a lot. So, and there's places that you can figure out how to make one using a mason jar and other things. There's certainly other ways of doing it, but it was like $40 and it was worth it.
It does get its use.
It gets a lot of use.
But yeah, that you added this little cork piece to the brush as an extra to the handle. It's just a wine cork, and it doesn't actually seal or click shut.
Right.
And those things are like surprising when you get it in the mail. Wait, where's the handle?
Right.
And where's
the seal? Yeah, the wine cork I added because the larger is more comfortable for my fingers. It got to really hurt doing the little 1/4 inch one. And there's no seal. I thought it was weird there was no seal. Mr. Rooster is asking about sending the prologue to his Godzilla story. I've got an email, odin@odinmakes.com, that's posted in a lot of the videos. Go for it. That'd be cool. Agnico Fire King is saying Steven is pronounced Daish. Oh, that's what I'm doing wrong? It's Daish? Dish?
It'd honestly be easier if we heard you say it.
Yeah,
Trying to read it spelled in different formats doesn't help. Like, I know it should.
And speaking of good-natured people whose names I butcher, Groot Grusen is saying, well, good night to y'all.
Good night. Sweet dreams.
Take care. Thanks for the company, Odin and Felicia. Oh, you're super welcome, Groot. Thank you for coming over. Appreciate you hanging out.
Yeah. Hit that like button on the way out. Feed the algorithm. All hail the algorithm.
All hail their algorithm. I'll just jump in on a part of a story thing here without explaining it all. But Jack of all trades, Sean was telling you that it was a reference to Mad Max. Yeah, I saw that too. I run Bartertown! Yeah, I saw that. That was awesome. Sweet! Agnico tells me that I'm finally starting to say the name right. Hopefully I can continue and I don't ruin it. If this was in elementary school, I would get a gold star.
Here's a red star. And it's on gold.
On gold.
So you can wear the tiara.
No, I can't. I'll ruin the elastic if I try to wear it. Hey, more names I can screw up. Fox of Armor. Karate is fun and all until you hurt your arm, then get paint on it, and scrubbing it off sucks. Okay. I may have walked into the middle of a conversation there.
Hand sanitizer's your friend.
It is, actually, yeah.
Now I have the super cuff.
You have the super cuff. You do have the super cuff.
Or the ultimate bracelet. Will it fit?
Because costumes is all about the accessories. So we could actually add something in here. So you could have like a white piece or something at the four corners.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, you turn it so you're
lumpy.
There you are. Now you get so you're lumpy.
Well,
Right.
the thing is it goes.
Oh, you did that. You didn't keep them all the same.
No, I didn't keep them. I didn't do the truncated cone all the same way. I estimated it. There we go, Chewbacca.
Chewbacca.
Because, it's accessories. It's
a
fun.
Beskar bandolier.
We're having too much fun.
We're supposed to.
Shh. No, we're not. No. It's work, right?
Right. Thomas Hughes TV is saying, Miss Minutes, it's the precious timeline. In the U.S. just says, it's the precious algorithm. Yeah, exactly.
All hail the
algorithm. If you suddenly find yourself a variant of the algorithm, you will be trimmed and kicked back into the normal algorithm. Sean Karg says, that is a good question. How tall is Odin Abbott?
This tall.
I am one Odin Abbott tall. And I have been my whole life.
Multiple cat toys tall.
Multiple cat toys tall. Yes. I am taller than I am wide. I am taller than I am round.
This tall.
Yeah, I'm about that tall.
Because your wingspan is your height.
Yeah, because Da Vinci was right.
So, I'm this tall.
John Kennedy is saying that fun is fundamental. And remember, we put the fun in funeral. Daniel Wiggins is very right with saying between 5'5" and 6'5". Yep.
There-ish.
Right around there-ish. Oh, hey, we're going back to cryptids. Uriah Johnson saying, Odin, on the topic of cryptids, have I heard of the Fresno night crawlers? I'm going to have to say no, unless those were the things on the security cameras? Like the stuff that Captain Disillusion was making fun of? No, I have not heard of the Fresno night crawlers. And here I thought Bigfoot was the closest cryptid to me. Huh. Man, I remember seeing a Bigfoot documentary as a kid. They actually ran in the theaters. Remember when we still had dome theaters in town? Yeah, I went to the Cinedomes to see this thing. And there was a shot where there was a Bigfoot looking in the cabin window at the people inside, and his eyes were glowing at night. And that freaked crap out of me as a kid. It was great.
So,
Truthfully, the whole documentary is probably a snoozer at this point, but
probably get another layer
Okay.
of gold now that we have the Velcros attached.
Alrighty.
I think I'm going to put a gold on the other ones. These pieces, I'm just going to leave them black. I don't think it's going to make a difference on the
Oh, I
cuff.
see what you're saying.
But on behind the belt, I'm going to make this gold.
Cool.
Because then it has... Again, I don't think of it just on me, but I think of it on multiple people. You have expandability of
Right.
fitting multiple sizes.
Nice.
I like things fitting multiple sizes and multiple people, and...
Because you can rent more costumes that way.
Right? I'm dressing like everybody and not just one person.
It's totally cool.
Yeah.
Somebody was asking me if I could do I think I could make a Red Skull from Captain America? I totally could. Oddly enough, not high on my priority list. Red Skull's a great character, but I think
I feel like that's more of a makeup.
usually is, but
But
you could do it. I mean, it would be...
see it happening, but
Yeah, it'd be a Skeletor type thing too, but
that seems like a lot of stress.
well, a lot of it is.
Yeah. I don't know. I see red paint and I go, ooh, I don't.
And you want to paint it black?
There you go. Pretty much.
I have given a lot of thought over the years to making a Captain America helmet. I've had some friends, I think Jay Period may be one of the ones that pointed out that there aren't any really good Captain America tutorials on YouTube yet. So I would imagine Captain America would happen before Red Skull does. Same thing with, I need to do an actual Iron Man helmet, because I haven't done an actual Iron Man helmet yet.
Because that guy doesn't count.
Yeah, because that guy doesn't count.
It's close.
Super
if you follow
close.
that tutorial and change the colors.
Change the colors, then, that guy doesn't count. You're not saying Tony Stark doesn't count. You're saying War Machine doesn't count.
Yeah.
Right.
I was pointing. Sorry, you didn't see.
I did not see the
I
point.
was right underneath. I looked up and I was like, hey, that's what you're talking about.
People at home probably saw.
Maybe not, because it is slightly out of view, but...
Okay.
Okay. I need to get another coat on that. I was going to get coat on this. And here's the paintbrush. No, that's not the one I was using. There we go. Yes, we got a train.
Yes, we have a train. There's no train cam.
No, because we are not poking a hole in the box today.
I'm not going to poke a hole in the box today. I don't really have an true external camera set up.
Yeah, and our world's on fire.
And our world's on fire.
So, excuses, but...
Hey, I got a bucket of them.
Yeah.
Why isn't the train camera set up? Because that sounds like effort. How about that? Is that a good excuse?
Something like that.
Something like that. It also, it becomes this big in-joke, and after a year of doing this thing, new people show up, and you end up having to explain why we're cutting the trains.
Because there's trains cutting through our live stream.
Yeah.
And we just accept the fact.
I'm getting little curlies of cut Velcro.
It's not me.
It's one of us, I don't know, whatever.
It's just fuzz.
It's just fuzz.
Escaped fuzz. Making a gold brick.
Yes. It's a bit like the Pan-Galactic Gargle Blaster. Drinking the Pan-Galactic Gargle Blaster is a lot like being hit in the head with a gold brick wrapped in a slice of lemon.
Well, when life gives you lemonade. As long as it's gold bricked.
You make life take those lemons back. I'm going to burn life's house down with lemons. I'm going to have my engineers create combustible lemons and burn life's house down. I really like Portal 2.
Yeah. Ralph Morick is asking, so how does this noble Patreon join the Discord?
The Noble Patreon, hopefully you are given a code, because if you're at the $5 level or higher, you should be automatically given an invitation code directly from Patreon in order to jump over to Discord. And if that hasn't happened, we are at the end of the live stream. After the live stream, I will go try and double check and just get one sent to you through the messages.
Yes.
Yes. So, now that it is 2:05 where we are,
Yes.
we are 5 minutes over the projected end of the stream, which is pretty standard, so that's not a big surprise. How are you feeling on where we are with our projects for today?
So, we need a couple more gold paint layers.
Probably. We say that a lot because it never seems to want to go nicely.
Because the more layers you get, the golder it looks,
The
and
golder
the
it
less brushstrokes you see.
Usually, sometimes they just end up adding to themselves.
Yeah, but this seems to be just golding up better and better. So, thankfully, right?
Yeah.
But we have these. The pieces are pretty much done because we got the closures on all of them.
Okay. So we got a belt, we got a breast, we've got a head, and we've got wrists.
Yeah.
That was the main thing that we're going for, right? Other than we need to put stars on shorts, so that means I need to order stars, so we have stars for next week?
Yeah, unless we wanted
we
to
wanna
cut
do
them
that?
all out individually.
Not really.
No, me neither.
Because I think you said you bought a pair of, you got them here.
Yeah, I have accessories and stuff here.
Okay.
So that we can do things. I will show that off when I'm not covered in gold paint.
Yeah, it'd be nice. That we don't get gold on the blue shorts.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we have a pair of
We have
swimsuit bottoms that
Okay.
are blue, high-waisted.
high-waisted metallic blue,
High-waisted metallic blue. And we have different bodices.
right? Different
So,
red tops.
One that does work with the magnets and apparently one that doesn't.
Right.
So,
Well, we can always just drywall screws once you have it on.
staples, safety pins, you know.
Yeah, those work
we'll
too.
see what works. But all we need is a lasso and boots.
Okay.
Lasso and boots.
Lasso and boots.
Yeah.
All right. With the time frame of the thing, we can always just go get some gold cord from the fabric store for a lasso.
There we
real
go.
quick. Because we could go super crazy and buy a LED rope and figure out the battery and everything else. But with time and the budgets for the live stream and whatnot,
And being live.
we'll just cut gold rope and call it done.
So next week, I think we probably will be getting all the finishing touches on all of these accessories.
Sweet. That's looking good.
Yeah, isn't it look great? It's still wet,
Yes.
so we can't really...
Right. Don't let it hit the floor, then we're really screwed.
Right.
Butter side down. Oh, look, it's all the nasty that's on Odin's floor stuck in the paint.
Foam dust.
Sean Karg says, lunch, dinner, breakfast? The answer is always pizza. So something I haven't tried that I read about that I thought was a neat idea. You take your cold leftover pizza in the morning, and you mix up eggs like you'd make for French toast. And then you do that onto the pizza and cook it on a pan like you would French toast.
Yeah.
And so you have French toast pizza for breakfast.
Yeah.
Because that heats the pizza up too. And I think that sounds like a great idea.
That sounds delicious. I like French toast. I like it with the cheese in the middle, and not very many people do that.
Yeah.
But
No, I don't think I've done that. But that does sound good.
I've done fried spaghetti, where I will like leftover
Right.
spaghetti, fry it up with
Fry it
like
up.
an
Okay,
egg
I've heard
and
of
some
that.
cheese.
Yeah.
Or, oh, my friend, she used to do leftover mashed potatoes and then fry them up, dipped in egg
Okay.
wash and breadcrumbs, and then fry it like a latke, except for it's mashed potatoes, leftover
Sure.
mashed potatoes. So,
That'd be good.
Fry leftovers. That sounds
Fried
delicious.
leftovers sounds great.
Right?
Captain Jack 1138 has got a really good question. So will Joe be modeling the outfit when it's all finished?
He can. This is for anybody to wear. There's a gold foam piece.
So what is our goal? Let's say
Do we
our
have
super
goals?
chat hits a particular level, and will that make it so Joe has to come out and wear the outfit?
I'll wear the Gundam in Joseph. It's up to you.
Okay.
Like I struggle with this because, you know, cosplayers, I love cosplayers.
Yes.
I love theater costumes. I've been in the costume world in all sorts of different various aspects of it, working at a costume shop and working as a costumer and stylist and things like that. But it's interesting, like, making a costume and being like, this is going to be a cosplay for this specific person. And I kind of love it, but it's just a weird concept to me. So I'm like, oh, Joe's Wonder Woman.
Joe's Wonder Woman.
Joe's
Joe
Wonder-
can be Wonder Woman.
He can if he would be.
Yeah.
He would like to be. So it's up to him. But we have a
Right.
wonderful Wonder Woman that will fit anybody.
Anybody? Okay.
Pretty much.
Right.
Not anybody, but you know
Right.
what I mean? It's wiggle room. It's the accessories.
Right.
Yeah, so... Yay! We're
Yay!
almost there. We're this close to the end.
This close to the end.
We have a super belt.
Manuel Ascar III says, both swords from Conan the Barbarian would be cool to see me make. Yes, the Atlantean sword is super cool, and I've done enough things recently that I'm not as afraid of the Atlantean sword as I was when I started my channel.
Yay, experience.
Yay, experience. Maker JP says, fried leftovers is very English. And I was actually kind of thinking that.
Well, it's very old technology, not microwaved.
Right. Benji Shun says, I'd want bacon and maple syrup on that French toast pizza. That still sounds good.
Yeah. Ooh, if it was Canadian with the pineapple, don't like murder me over that, but that sounds delicious.
Alrighty. Matthew Bartow is asking if we've seen the Amalgam Universe. No. I don't think I have because it doesn't spark a memory for me.
I've heard of it, but I have not.
Yeah. Patrick Ingram screamed out a bye a little while ago, which seems appropriate. We're almost 15 minutes after. I've had a fantastic live stream. I've talked myself hoarse enough that people have noticed.
Yeah.
But of course, I got a bad habit of yelling when I'm on live stream.
We have 4 cuffs fixed and finished.
So we're good for Gorgo from Mortal Kombat to cosplay as.
4 arms.
Okay. Or Machoke or Machamp.
Yes.
Which one is it? Machamp is the 4-armed one, right?
Yes. So we have cuffs finished, tiara finished.
Tiara finished.
I want to say we have the W finished, but part of me wants to go back with a little bit of black.
I think that's probably a great idea. Maybe, yeah.
Maybe, like, I always, like, next week before starting pay, I'll probably throw on one more coat of gold, you know, because it's completely dry.
One more, sure.
But I think I want to...
I think if we were to do a little bit of black I think it would make it more comic booky. It would do the thing it needs. Yeah.
Right? Just the
thing.
And it's not even like a black Sharpie line. It is taking this just the shoe polish, the black or the oil, you know, just getting in the crevices.
I think it needs to be a little. I need to buy some more shoe polish this week. I think it needs to be a little thicker than just the shoe polish.
Okay, but
because the crevices aren't enough.
But I'm not necessarily a black, maybe a brown.
Oh, I got what you're saying. Yeah.
You know, something more of a natural. You know, not so harsh, but at the same time on the edge of harsh. So, I mean,
we're gonna be edgy on harsh.
Yeah, so I think that's what the breastplate needs to be finished, and then also probably thinking I'll be coming back to how we're gonna get the wings.
Get the wings to actually attach to the cup.
Because I'm thinking.
Can we do it low? No, because it's all.
No, I'm actually kind of thinking of doing maybe a clip, like.
A clip that goes over the top of the cup?
Yeah.
That would be a smart idea.
So if we go right here, in my head is a bobby pin, but don't take bobby pin, okay?
Yeah, like a belt clip.
Yeah, like
for a tape measure, that type of a thing.
And clip on either side.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things I have to sleep on. So next week, it'll, you know, my brain's going to chew on that problem in the back of my head. And
I'm going to let you.
We'll see what it ends up happening.
I got 3 or 4 other things to work on this week.
Right?
Right.
So that's one of those problems that we have to come back to. We have the belt. Is it dry yet?
I wouldn't trust it.
I wouldn't trust it either. But we have it almost done. And then we still have to add some stars to...
Yeah, stars to this. There's a lot of sewing next week, potentially.
Well, I don't want to necessarily sew it.
Did something hit?
Oh, the black pin from my ring.
Oh, okay.
It's right here. I saw where it landed.
Oh,
Might as well just stick it now. But, we have the bottom. We have different tops, but... We have Wonder Woman kind of coming together.
Okay. So you may not want to sew it. You might want to just stick them?
Yeah.
That's certainly way more live stream friendly.
In reality, this is a cheap... It's not cheap fabric. But it is not going to withstand a lot of wash, wear, tear, sweating.
Oh, okay.
Because...
It doesn't have the longevity, so why put the extra effort into it?
Bingo.
Gotcha.
It's a cheaper fabric, but it looks phenomenal on camera.
Right.
You guys seeing it? How it looks great on camera. This is a great fabric.
It looks plastic.
Yeah.
It's not. Well, it might be a little bit.
It's a metallic swimwear.
Yeah.
And this stuff is great, but it does, you know how I said sweat?
Yes.
The more you wear it, it will get these sweat stains from the salt in your
Oh,
sweat.
okay.
These lines.
Where it creeps in behind the what's on top of the fabric. And
Yeah, and you wash it multiple times. It's not going to last long and be amazing long term.
Okay.
But it looks so great short term that, and the price to think. So it's not the best, but not the worst.
Okay.
And this kind of fabric, I wouldn't be opposed to gluing directly to.
Okay. Done
and it
deal.
definitely has a stretch to it, so you kind of have to factor that in when attaching things to it.
Okay.
It's a whole ball game, so that'll definitely be taking some time next week. But I don't want to sew it. I'd rather just stick it, if we can.
I'm not going to argue. I am not going to argue.
Fabrics, they all have their own personalities, and I guess I could say personalities. They have their own personalities and their wins, and they're like, I like to stretch this way, and my recovery's only yeah.
Right.
So, anyways, there's a lot of ways to do that.
There's a lot of ways to put stars in your butt, but
We'll find out next week how
we'll find out next week.
How we're going to put stars on Wonder Woman's butt.
Yes.
What are people
A
saying?
power nap just now. So someone said pizza. Darren's all super excited. Wonder why. Yes, Vaughn. Thank you. Have an awesome days, guys. Off to bed. Good night. Hello from Austria. Hello, Austria.
Hello in Austria.
Good night, Austria. Unfortunately, we're right at the time of, we're 20 minutes over. This is one of the longer streams we've done recently.
Yeah, but we got all our accessories done, I think, next week.
Yeah.
Honestly, is going to be our last live stream of the Wonder Woman.
I think so. I think we'll be able to wrap up on Wonder Woman next week, which is pretty cool. So thank you to everybody who stuck with us to the end. Thank you for everybody who's watching the playback to this point.
Yeah.
A super huge thank you to everyone who's on Patreon, because honestly, Patreon keeps the lights on, right? Let me channel my PBS here. I am in a shop and I'm in an area where I have to pay rent, and Patreon facilitates that. I'm able to do my channel and do the show because of the help that I get from the patrons. So thank you guys very, very much. It is 100% appreciated. You guys are awesome. And for everyone else who's watching who isn't a Patreon, you guys are awesome too, because just watching helps. So thank you to everyone. The live stream is a lot of fun to get to talk to everyone who's here directly, and I can kind of talk at everyone who's watching stuff later.
And thank you for being an active participant in our crafting. We're doing it live in front of you, all our mistakes, all our thought processes of how we get from A to B. Yes. Unfiltered, unfortunately.
Unfiltered. There are times we get great questions where the two of us will brainstorm on how to solve a problem and totally derail what we're doing. Yeah. That's a lot of fun too.
Very much what we do to each other, so.
Yeah.
Hey, you know this one project you're working on? I have this whole other side quest.
Well, what I'm thinking.
Yeah, so thank you for sputtering along with us.
Yes.
As we glue things together.
Huff glue fumes and lick gold paint. For those of you who may not realize, I actually have a YouTube channel called Odin Makes where I build this kind of stuff every week. I'm not the only one here who has a YouTube channel.
I started a YouTube channel just for fun. There's only 2 videos on it, but there will soon be 3. Not this week because life has just been crazy. And it is in the editing bay as we speak, and it does not look like I am going to be able to get it done tomorrow.
Tonight, yeah.
Tonight
But the goal is the first Monday of every month will be a new episode on Behind the Scenes Fashions, which is Felicia's YouTube channel.
Yes, and this month I made a dress form for under $20 that works really great, and I wanted to share with you guys. It is an easy beginner foam prop that is an excellent tool to really take your cosplaying to the next level, because having a body that's not you to try things on makes a difference, and it really helps with draping. And I really like the dress form that I came up with because it has all the lines and the seaming. Mm-hmm. And it was easy. Not like super easy, it was hard. It was a lot of smooshing and a lot of muscle, and it was a pain in the butt, but
you're really happy with the outcome.
I'm very, 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 very happy with the outcome. So I will be sharing that with you guys. So keep an eye out for that.
Yep. So that is absolutely coming up.
But not this week because I am editing it. So sorry. But thank you.
But thank you. So it is 2 o'clock. It is well past 2 o'clock. We've drug out our goodbyes for a good solid 20 minutes. I have somebody in the wings who wants my attention. So at this point in time specifically, thank you all very much. I know there's going to be lots of different ways that you can create a cosplay live on the internet in front of all of your friends all over the world. But this is how Felicia makes.
Cheers. No, it's over. That's what somebody said.